show in New Mexico.
For 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
All right, just because it's not there doesn't mean it, or just because I don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. April Fools, ha ha ha. Can we get that out of the way? How does a comedian do? Is this like your favorite day or your least favorite day of the year? It's the opening drive. Good morning to you.
The worst.
April Fools. Everybody's a comedian today.
That's a great question.
Is it your favorite day of the year or your least favorite day of the year or somewhere in the middle as a comedian?
It's like a hacky day.
It's amateur hour?
It's amateur hour.
Yeah. Well, there's the look. I've been to
people
comedy shows and there's a lot of
mean
amateurs.
ones, and just I don't like it.
You don't like mean ones?
No, I just don't like.
Was Chris Rock's joke mean?
No.
He's a comedian. Was that mean? Just asking.
No.
I'm trying to get perspective on where April Fool's lies on the comedian calendar. What's your favorite day? Is there a favorite day for a comedian?
My favorite day is Super Bowl.
Really? Okay. Okay, I'm down. Morning to you. My favorite day tends to be Saturdays, but it's a Friday, but the day
Super Bowl
before
Sunday.
Saturday. Yeah, all right. We're on our way. We'll get there in about
a year.
11 months, 12 months. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie's producing. Adrian is producing on the TV side. It is Friday. It is April 1st. It is Legal Weed Day in New Mexico. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, I heard about it.
Yeah, really?
Just April Fools.
I'm doing a comedy show.
See, what you did there?
That was funny, JJ.
See, what if they just shut them all down? Everybody's all lined up, and everybody wants their weed, and the governor just comes, hi, April Fools.
That's mean.
Oh, so that wouldn't be funny.
No, maybe. No, it would not be funny. I have to do a comedy set at a women's luncheon today, and she was like, you should tell weed jokes.
So she hired you, but told you what you should do.
She was just giving me suggestions.
All right, so you can tell weed jokes?
And April Fool's jokes.
All right. And April Fool's, is that what you're going to do? Is that your set? You got it figured out?
Yes.
All right.
How do you tell April Fool's jokes? Like just describe a prank?
Sure. I don't even know. I've never done comedy for a luncheon, so we'll see how this goes. Stay tuned.
Is
Monday.
it like just business women lunch?
Yeah.
So it's going to be really vast. You're going to have some people, some veterans
doing
and
like
some rookies.
15, 20 minutes.
Veterans and
at
rookies.
noon.
See the words you choose to use there?
Yes,
There's going
yes.
to be veterans. There's going to be rookies.
Yes.
There's going to be people more
All
advanced in their
women.
career. Some oh yeah, you're all over the place. Yeah. Enjoy your
Stay
April
tuned
Fool's
for
luncheon.
Monday.
Yeah, look, can I come to the luncheon?
Yeah,
Should I do that or hit my tea
Yeah,
time? I mean, you decide.
Oh, can I come? Where are you teeing off?
You know where I'm teeing off. I got a
I do.
12:20, and I'm teeing off today.
I think my set's done at 12:20.
All right, well, you're going to miss it. Good morning to you. Let's play radio today. We got a lot to do. The NIT champion was crowned. The NCAA tournament's back at it tomorrow. New Mexico State's got a new women's basketball coach. Lots going on in the National Basketball Association as well. How you living this morning?
I'm here.
Wow. All right, that was.
Dude, the allergies
Look,
punched me in the face.
Oh,
I'm not going to
allergies
lie.
are the worst.
This year, and I know it's somewhat, I'm trying to stay away from recency bias. I really am. This year feels like by far the worst allergy season for me that I can remember, period. Like, I'm not even putting a time restraint on it.
I am down on the scorecard.
Yeah.
Badly.
So you got knocked out. There was, I think it was Tuesday. I was so beat up. My eyes were so red. I was sitting at my desk, got nothing done. And it was about 2:30. I just told Monica I'm going home. And I went home and I slept.
Got a little early start on the April 1st thing, huh? Red eyes, I got you.
Oh, see, but it was different red eyes. See, now how are cops going to know when they pull you over and they're like, oh, you've been smoking the weed, huh? And no, sir.
No,
I just got
it's
it's just juniper.
It's juniper.
Totally different weed, sir. Totally different weed. It's just the juniper and yeah, right. Step out of the car, sir. Oh, come on, man. Achoo. All right, your eyes are really red. You're under arrest. Is that how this is going to roll?
It's just Claritin.
Is that was it Claritin D? Well, yes. Okay, you're under arrest. You know how that Claritin D reacts with the weed. You freaking hippie kids today.
Stay off the weed.
Stay off the weed. Everybody's lined up. And by the way, if you've been in line or you've already been to a weed shop, I'm interested in your experience already. Feel free to hit us at 505-246-0610.
How early do they open?
Well, there were some that were open at 12:01.
Really?
Just kind of to celebrate Happy Weed Day in New Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah. Go on and get your ganja on. Yes. And that's not even an April Fool's joke. Are you? I will tell you this, and I will tell you this in all sincerity. That doesn't mean somebody's not going to call with an April Fool's something. We do not have an April Fool's prank planned here on this show this morning. Is that the way unless you guys do, and I don't know about it yet. Is that right?
No.
All right, so Amory, back in the day, JJ was not in on an April Fool's joke. And we did do an April Fool's show. Our former program director was really big on these things, wasn't he?
Yes.
He really, really enjoyed these, and he would plan them out, and he was really good at it, really good at it. So, Marie, JJ was not in on it, and JJ bought hook, line, and sinker that there was going to be a new arena.
Oh, no.
And it was El Pinto, the restaurant, and,
Okay.
the salsa was the...
Because they even made
That's right.
a jar of salsa with the arena on it and brought it in.
So they were here sitting right here because you know at El Pinto they used to they used to do stuff for the New Mexico Bowl. I got one sitting there with the original label from San Jose State and the University of New Mexico from 2006. So they made labels, brought in some salsa, and it was going to be called the El Pinto Palace, and construction was starting, and we had I think it was Jim Garcia who was with them at the time. Jimmy came on and talked about where it's going to be and how there were already anchor tenants lined up, and and JJ was into it. And then last segment he dropped the April Fools, and JJ's going, wait, what? Well, people were pissed. People, and you were in, and you're like, I remember you looking at me when he April Fooled it, and you're like, wait, so this isn't happening?
No basketball team?
So we're not getting the
Aww.
because it was I think at the time where the Maloof's still involved with the Kings, and there was talk about playing X number of games in Albuquerque, and the NBA was going to come here, and it was so we're not doing that
That's
today.
really funny.
We're not doing that today. April Fools, okay, we are. No, we're not.
United's getting a stadium
That was,
to start going off
that
on
was
different things.
November Fools.
Oh, November
Come on.
Fools.
November Fools. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Here's what we got for you today. It is Friday. It is April 1st. The first quarter of the year is over. We will hoe today to get you into a weekend that will have Final Four for you. We're going to get ready and walk through some of the matchups, more so through some of the storylines. Duke, Carolina, preceded by Villanova and Kansas. All of those games will be here on the Sports Animal. Our coverage is going to start tomorrow. I get 1:30 in the afternoon, JJ. I mean, we're going all day with this stuff. We ain't playing around. So we'll have all of that tomorrow. New Mexico State's got a new women's basketball coach. She is a former head coach at Wichita State, been to the tournament at Murray State. Jody Adams Birch will be with us. That is coming up at 8:30 this morning, so we'll introduce you to her. We got NBA stuff to get through, baseball stuff. There is always National Football League stuff. What did you make of Bruce Arians' retirement press conference yesterday? Him and Tommy are fine. There's no issue.
Good.
Happy to reward Todd Bowles that he's got a great relationship with Tom Brady, and it was just time. So I understand that you can guys never telling the truth. People tell me all the time. I mean, here's a man in his retirement hat, which he's been wearing for years. He's got a cigar in his pocket, ready to blow, but we can never, ever think. And I say we. I guess I'm speaking for so much of society. Can never just take a man at his word, right? He can't. There's got to be something more. A man can never be telling the truth, right?
Most of the time, absolutely.
Right. Is this man telling the truth?
I think that there are dueling narratives to where Bruce Arians ultimately leaving this team for Todd Bowles is something he wants to do.
Yes.
But I can't sit here with all the noise that we've heard about Tom Brady over the last 2 months, him retiring, him coming back, Bruce Arians stepping down, and thinking there's not something else at play behind the scenes.
The quote from Arians, a number of people have already asked, why are you stepping away from a chance to go to the Hall of Fame and win another Super Bowl? Because I don't give a bleep about the Hall of Fame. Succession is way important to me. This has been my dream for a long time. Guys that know me, they knew I wanted one of my guys to take over, end quote. Can it be that he doesn't give a bleep about the Hall of Fame? I think we all kind of would like to be recognized. But can it be he doesn't give a bleep that he was in a position? By the way, I believe him to be the only head coach with 2 African-American coordinators. Is that right? I think Mike Tomlin does. I don't think anybody does, right? I think when he's talked about coaching, diversity, giving minorities an opportunity, he didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk. He has Byron Leftwich as his offensive coordinator and Todd Bowles as defensive coordinator, and he had an opportunity and he had status within that organization to be able to handpick the person that he wanted, have the ownership say, yeah, no, you're right, and you've led us to a Super Bowl, so your voice is really loud and still very credible, and that's the guy. If the rumors are that he was coming in late, right? Coaches are notorious for what? Work ethic, coming in early. And if it's in fact that he was living a semi-retirement, as some people are saying, that he was coming in late, which obviously isn't Brady's thing. If that's what Brady was upset about, or at least had an issue with, that wasn't going to get better. So maybe it was time for him to just say, you know what, I'm not coming in at 6 in the morning and leaving at 9 at night and being back at 6 in the morning. I did that mess. I'm 69 years old. I don't need to do that crap anymore. If that's the case, well, then maybe it was time. Like we can never take a guy at his word. And I think there's a lot here that not just has he said it, I think he's shown it.
I do agree with that. I do not think Bruce Arians is disingenuous in this. I think Tom Brady coming back helped him feel more comfortable handing the team over to Todd Bowles right now. So I think when he's talking about leaving Todd Bowles in a good position, I do believe him. But to see Tom Brady retire for 40 days and then come back and then have this happen, there are external factors that, to me, it's not cut and dry. I think both parties got what they wanted, and both parties are trying to stay in their lane of being nice to each other, but knowing there was a little something.
All right, so let's play that out. All right, Brady's. I'm not playing for Arians. Like he doesn't care anymore, or whatever. Is that kind of the gripe? He doesn't care anymore. He doesn't have the work ethic. I'm done. So does ownership go to Arians and say, hey, it's time? Or are you firing me, or are you asking me? Because if Bruce Arians still wanted to coach, I think he'd be coaching. Now, would he be coaching Tom Brady? You can have that conversation. So you think that's how it went? Brady's like, I'm not playing for that dude. He doesn't care anymore. He's not dedicated. He's not as into it as I am and the rest of these guys are to winning.
Which is very interesting because you just stepped away for
family
2 or so months, Mr. Tom Brady, saying you're done with the game.
Right.
But then came back around. It just, this offseason feels so weird because it should be cut and dry. Like, all right, Bruce Arians, Tom Brady's back. Now I feel really comfortable about giving Todd Bowles this team right now. I know I was near the end. But then all this stuff about work ethic and showing up, when last year it was, this is freeing for Tom Brady. He loves the atmosphere. But now he wants Bill Belichick back.
That's been my point. Right.
What is happening?
So we don't believe anybody.
No.
They're all full of crap.
All of them.
Every one of them are full of crap, and they all have their own little wants, and they all have their own agenda, is what I'm hearing. I'm interested to see where you all are on this. We're going to peel this thing back a little bit, peel back what Arians said, what's been said that Tommy said. Has Tommy said anything, or is it all coming through Schefter and all the rest of these guys?
Just his social media posts.
All right. Well, the social media post was loving on Bruce Arians. Yeah. But again, we can never believe somebody there's got to be something more. What else happened? All right. I want your thoughts on that today. I want you to be active on a April 1st show today. If you got a cute little joke, go ahead. Marty's going to probably call in and quiz you today. I'm going to guess it's going to be a Marty quiz day. It just feels that way. 505-246-0610 is how to find us today. 505-246-0610. That is also the text line, so you can use that number to text us and or call us. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, jj@sportsanimalabq.com. JJ's on the Twitter. It's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD in the AM. Like us there if you would, please. Thank you very much. But also you can watch the show. Adrian's producing on ProView Networks. We're also available on Comcast Channel 26. And we got an app? Yes, you can find us on the app too, which a lot of people do in Southern California and Texas, wherever it is you are. It's the opening drive. Thank you for opting to be with us this morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Tate of the Tyson Tate
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs.
Guys worked hard. We got a great recruiting class. I love our staff, and we've worked hard to change the culture. And my new favorite, we think we're improved, but our conference is so tough. It's from Rod. Yeah, is that only... That scares me a bit, that it's only 10 weeks away, by the way. I got a lot of work to do, bro. A lot of work to do, bro.
Let's come back, man. I love this guy.
Which guy?
They're going over, and they win 2 games.
That's right.
Dang it. He sold me.
Hawaii, Tommy Chang's great. No, he's going to change the culture. They're winning 15 games. They only play 12. I'm all over.
Taking the over.
Yeah. That's right. Speech, what do you think of Bruce Arians and the whole mess over there?
How you doing?
What's up? We're good.
Hey, I agree with you. I mean, if you look back, I mean, Tom Brady will do anything to win. He worked with, like, Antonio Brown, Bruce Arians. When Antonio didn't want to go in the game, he said, okay, get out of here. I think Tom had this figured out, but I still think Tom would have picked Brian Leftwich. I got a joke for you for April Fool's.
All right, keep it clean.
Okay, why did the quarterback coach go to the bank?
Why?
To get his quarterback.
All right, Speech. Enjoy the day. See you. Are you going to use that one, Amory?
Thank you.
To get his quarterback.
You got to pull a Giannis. Did you see Giannis earlier this week?
No. Why did the coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback.
So Giannis is my favorite superstar out there right now.
All right.
He's so down to earth, genuine. So he showed up earlier this week, press conference with the dad joke book.
Okay.
And he sat down. He's like, all right, guys, before we start, what do you call a cow laying on the ground? Ground beef. And then he just got the biggest smile and started answering questions. I'm like, I love this guy. I love this guy.
Thank you, Speech. Yeah, right. You realize that just opened the floodgates for...
Oh, yes. But we are building Amory's set today.
That's right. I was just going to say.
All those notes.
She can just write them all down and use them. All right. Obviously, Arians was asked about Tommy. Tommy was sitting in the front row. Quote, we have a great relationship. All the players, every one of them has gotten cussed out, including him. That's just part of me. People got a right bleep. It couldn't be further from the truth. All right. I don't know what. So I sit here and say, can you take a guy at his word? I don't think if there was a problem, if there was a rift, that Bruce Arians was going to air his laundry at that press conference. No, Tommy's a selfish bleep, and he wants everything, and just because he's got 6 rings, he wasn't going to say that. Nor is Brady going to stand up and tell reporters, the guy that didn't show up for work, comes around lunchtime, and then I got to buy lunch. Right? There's whispers, and I hear, and the timing, JJ, it's beyond bizarre. Legendary quarterback retires for 40-something days, comes back, and days later, 69-year-old coach retires and hands the reins off to young coordinator. Like, I get it. It's weird, and I'm not telling you totally unrelated. When do you think Arians decided to retire? Is it when Tommy said, I'll come back if he's gone? Or has this been going on, and after the season, he's like, I was thinking about it?
And you wanted to from Tom Brady, him resetting, but then going through the motions of saying he's stepping away from the game, like what his process was like, because he's been someone that is so calculated,
yes,
that is so buttoned up with everything. Was this one where he really did not know what he wanted to do, that he was maybe thinking about exploring other options, but realized Tampa Bay wasn't going to let him do that? So he's like, well, you know what,
Brady,
I would like maybe things to be a little tighter around here then as we make another run or 2 more runs at the end of this. So if Bruce steps away, we can make this work.
All right, so walk this through. Arians said yesterday he decided, quote, when Tom said he'd come back, now it's easy. It's no better time to pass the torch than now, end quote. It's interesting, right? You would have thought during the coaching hiring cycle, if he wanted one of his guys to get it, look, both Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich were up for jobs, right? Head coaching jobs. Wouldn't he have made sure that he secured his guys then and put him in this spot then, as opposed to maybe let him go to, I don't know, Jacksonville? There's a better opportunity in Jacksonville. You got a lot better opportunity to fail in Jacksonville than you do with this team. Or you may tell me, no, in Jacksonville you had a young quarterback, and in Tampa Bay you had no quarterback until Tommy came back. But once Tom came back, he's like, oh, it's easy. Now let me put my guy in a position to succeed. Like, I appreciate the fact that Todd Bowles is going into a position to succeed. One of the arguments when it comes to coaching diversity is the majority, and I think this was researched out to be true, and I don't know that it was the overwhelming majority, but many of the minority coaches, many of the black head coaches, have been put into situations where teams are terrible, and they've been put into, quote, positions to fail, like Todd Bowles at the Jets, right?
Yes.
And so now he's being put into a position where he should be able to succeed. And that's, Arians kind of wanted to create that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that a big piece behind this for Bruce Arians is just that.
Setting him up.
Is setting him up.
Yeah.
And where...
But would he not have been set up before Tommy came back?
It's
not like
I think Bruce Arians wouldn't have given the job to Todd Bowles if Tom Brady wasn't the quarterback.
He would have. Or would not have.
Wouldn't.
Because it wouldn't have been as good a situation.
But also
that's what he's saying. So you're buying him on that.
So I do believe the core of this. But what led him to do it right? And was it just the return of Tom Brady? Was Tom Brady only returning if he handed the team over? Just weird to see all this happen with Tom Brady, but it shows you, man, there's always an angle. There's always something at play.
Text line says, I think Bruce Arians realized it's going to be a bleep show this year with Brady coming back like that and Bruce is abandoning ship. Maybe. Or, maybe dude 69 says, I don't need to work anymore like this. I can go upstairs. They're going to create a cush job for me, assistant to the president, and they're going to pay me a bunch of money to be around and advise. And you know what? Tommy's right. I should come in early, and I don't want to come in early anymore. And I'm just going to hang around, and I've been doing this for 50 years. Let Todd do it.
What do you mean, a bleep show in that Tom Brady?
Yeah, I don't know what he means.
It's going to be a malcontent? Because a bleep show is still, that's the second or third best team in the NFC.
I just read them, man.
I'm not. I'm just trying to describe what the.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a bleep show. I think it's a pretty good team.
Unless there would be a ton of friction between those guys, because there is this mindset of if you're not doing this 24 hours a day, you can't win.
Yeah.
You see what Sean McVay does with the Rams? We work from home on Tuesdays. They just won a Super Bowl. They're all right.
Everything's remote. The Pac-12's all remote. Pac-12's not going to have an office anymore, you know that? There's no Pac-12 office. Everybody's going to be remote. Pac-12 studios moving out of San Francisco because it's so expensive. They're going to go probably to Vegas to do the Pac-12 networks. How about that? Yeah, you can work remote. All right, 505-246-0610. If you want to tell more jokes. Hey, Marie, did you get Speech's joke? You write that down for your set?
I did. I'll give him street cred.
Why did the coach go to the bank?
He wanted his quarterback.
To get his quarterback.
To get his quarterback.
Yeah,
I'll work on that.
That's good. You can work on it. You can polish it up. You're a pro. Father Time and Mother Nature are the only two who have ever gone undefeated. That's a fact. What does that mean for you guys? That means as you get older, there are some very natural things that you may experience, things like being tired too often, hair loss, weight gain, even erectile dysfunction. But now there's a way to fight back. NuMale has been helping men take care of these things for years with industry-leading testosterone replacement, so men feel better. They perform better. Essentially, men can battle these things that Mother Nature and Father Time throw at you by calling NuMale at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or visiting NuMale, NuMale.com. NuMale's local. They're right here in Albuquerque. They're convenient, comfortable, but most important, the results. They produce results, and guys all over the country benefit from NuMale's treatment. You don't have to succumb to these natural inconveniences. Call NuMale and take care of it. Gentlemen, it can happen. Feel like you again. Do it for you. Make the call. NuMale's number is 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or visit NuMale.com and feel better.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For your business or your home.
9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
I remember that day 5 years ago. It was April Fool's, and I was in the Dominican Republic, JJ. Do you remember that? And Craig Neal was relieved of his duties as head basketball coach at the University of New Mexico. You remember that show? Because I don't. I remember getting some texts. My phone was blowing up.
Well, it was the Friday night that it came out ahead of the Final Four. And then Saturday, we came in and had one of those shows.
Did you have one of those on Saturday?
Yep.
All right. And I was gone, right? Because I remember being in the DR, my phone blowing up. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Like, I'm on vacation. Talk to me later.
Yeah. Sorry for noodles. That sucks. But, yeah, I'm in Santo Domingo. Samaná. Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was a good trip. Yeah. But, yeah, that was 5 years ago today, huh? 5 years? No, sometimes it feels longer than that. Have you checked out prices for tickets for the Final Four? If you want to buy an all-session ticket, let's just say in decent seats, because this is in the Superdome. So Section 112, so decent seats for all 3 games.
You get access to all 3 games?
You get, yeah. So this is all sessions, semifinals on Saturday, and then the championship on Monday. Amory, what do you think? Section 112, so it's baseline. It's not courtside. It's lower level, but outside the baseline.
$1,200.
$1,200 for all 3?
Yeah.
Okay. You might be able to park your car. $13,550.
What?
For a ticket there? You want to go center court? Why are those? This guy's asking $27,030.
Oh my.
For level 114, row 60, center court. Now, if you want to go down to row 45, they're $31,505 for per ticket. Not for 4, per ticket. Somebody kind of influential in the state was asking me yesterday, do you have access to any tickets? I'm like, I don't think so. And I called, up through ESPN a little bit, and we don't have any. But I had heard that the face value on the tickets were $3,000 for the sessions, right, for both sessions, face value, and that they were going for $14,000. And now I'm looking on StubHub, and I'm like, or on Ticket City. I mean, are they going to get $31,000 per ticket? It's insane, isn't it? Go on the other side of the floor.
How many air churches are there to buy these tickets?
That number can't be right. Is that number right? Row 15, JJ, level 142. So this is center court, across from the benches. Ticket City's asking $54,060. You want to go to row 10? Row 10. So level 142, that's mid-court, row 10, so you're 10 rows off, $67,575 per ticket for the 3-game session. This is what Krzyzewski's final game has done to these. I mean, I wish I had some tickets, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, would you go or would you sell them and sit in the bar?
Oh, I would probably try to sell them.
At these numbers?
Heck yes.
It's insane. JJ, Super Bowl doesn't approach that, does it? National Championship football, I know, doesn't approach that. I know it doesn't approach that. And I've been to a national championship game in that building. I know it doesn't approach that. This is Krzyzewski, man. Everybody wants to be at Krzyzewski's final game. And if you buy these sessions, you're guaranteed to be there. I had to put on my glasses. That's right, I'm reading glasses, and not to see far. Coleman Vision's taking care of that for me. But I'm like, wait, is that what this is? $67,575 each. So wait, what? You know what that is?
How do they even get that number?
If I check out, I want all 4. It won't even give me a number, dude. It says, "Who are you?" And
they're like, "You're not real."
Yeah, they're like, "You're not real."
We're not taking you to the checkout.
You can't afford this scram.
I mean, if I had the
67,545 times 4. If you want to take your family to 4, just tickets to those games, it's $270,000.
Yeah, the Super Bowl, Final Four, like events like this are not.
Well, no, you can go now. If you want to sit up in 634, like here, come up here.
Okay.
All right, come all the way up top. Now, there's a football stadium that you're going to watch a game in, and you can get, what does that say?
How much is it?
How much is that ticket? $615?
You can go. Go.
That's for 3 games. That's for 3 games. All right? You can go, I got 563.
So you can, like.
405. Here you go. $405 a ticket to go sit all the way up top in the corner.
Say you were in the building.
Said $400?
$405.
Because you're not enjoying the game from up there.
$405 for 3 games?
For 3 games per ticket. Yes.
Oh, I would do that.
All right, but now to JJ's point, you're in a football stadium all the way up in the corner, up top, right? Have you ever been in the Superdome?
All
right,
no.
But you've been in an NFL stadium, right? I mean,
yes.
All right, so put a roof on it. So take your Viking Stadium, U.S. Bank Stadium.
Oh,
I haven't been in that one.
Oh, so nice.
All right, so put yourself all the way up in the corner to watch a basketball game. This isn't football, right? This is like a way smaller court. To JJ's point's not wrong. I have no desire to sit up there. I've been
on top of the Save Mart Center and still like, what's going on down there?
And that is a college basketball arena. Yeah, you can see the game you're trying to call it. But they're putting them in these football arenas because everybody wants to be there. $405 to sit in section 605 all the way in row 2. Oh, that's good ones up there. In row 2. I mean, I'm just telling you, man, this is insane. $563 up there. The other corner, you can get them for $434. $521. I mean, this is what Krzyzewski's final game has done.
I mean, if you live for Duke in college basketball, maybe it's worth it.
So, what is it worth? If you're,
I mean, if you live,
what would be worth it to you? So, if you live for the Vikings, right? It's your favorite thing, and it's somebody's last game, and look, the fact that he could win a national championship in his last game is beyond ridiculous.
I would go if it's like I'm putting
where's
myself.
Where's your number, dude? Is it 50,000 per ticket?
No, even if I had the 50,000, no.
Is it 400 per ticket?
I would do the lesser.
Here, let me give you mid-level, 541 seats. You're not all the way up, but you're kind of okay. You can get in. You can sit kind of on the baseline, way up, but not all the way up, and that's only going to cost you $881. Now, again, granted, you're getting 3 games out of this. You're getting the 2 games on Saturday.
I'd
plus,
do $800.
Plus, by the way, what do you think hotel rooms are?
Oh.
Right now in New Orleans, I mean, they're jacked up for Final Four prices. I'm just saying, man. We should get a report. Eddie's there. I think Mario's there. Is Mario there? I know Eddie went. Here you go. 551 upstairs. Oh, they're only.
Call Eddie, be like, can you scalp us some tickets?
They're only $837 up there. I mean, where's your number? If you're all Duke, you went to Duke, you grew up at Duke, Krzyzewski's your guy.
You're gonna be in.
I would
line
go.
up at Shashevskyville?
Of course I'd go.
But you're in for what? What's your number, dude? Are you
whatever I can fit on my credit card.
So you up here at the 800 level?
Yes.
Or are you up here?
Whatever.
I would go.
Whatever my
I would
max
go
on my credit card is.
under like the highest 1,000 probably.
All right, here's the blue level at $2,984, so $3,000. Kind of in the blue level. You can go in the end zone in the blue level for $11,700. There's your ticket.
There you go.
You're in
I'd be there.
302. You're in the end zone and it's only $1,100.
Let's go. I mean, if it's a team I live for and all that stuff, yes.
All right.
I'll put that on the credit card.
Let's go.
4 of them. It's the opening drive.
Going by myself.
We got to pay some bills now so we can go to the Final Four. Thanks for being with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Jackson come. Jerry Palm's going. But at those prices, I mean, what's the number? What would it be for you if it was your team? Like, what number to go see something like that? And where would you sit?
Like, it feels like that's an entire trip. Like, we're planning a ridiculous one next year.
Yeah.
But not just like one ticket for $1,000. They're trying to like.
No, $1,000, dude. You're sitting all the way upstairs begging for popcorn. All right, 2 lines open. 505-246-0610. Hello, Tony.
Feliz viernes, amigos.
What's happening?
Hola.
Happy Friday.
Hey, for $3,000, Krzyzewski better let me run the point for 5 minutes in the second half, and he better not complain how many 3-pointers I shoot for $3,000. I'm not doing it. I love.
Where'd you go? Your phone cut
Hey,
out.
that amount.
There you are.
That's just me.
For $3,000, for $3,000, I can get you into. We're gonna find you section 340 for 337. I can get you $3,000. I can get you midway up the building at about the free throw line extended for $3,000.
But can Coach K see me for the second half when he lets me play my 5 minutes?
Not even.
Because that's
not
the
even,
only way I'm doing
Not
it.
even when you flip him off, he can't see you. Nope.
Okay. But that's the beauty of college basketball is that's a one person, maybe 2, you and a buddy, going. You can't do that in the NFL because, the kids want to go, the wife wants to go, and it just becomes those
you got to
prices
drag all
they're
that
just
baggage
ridiculous.
around. You got to drag the wife and the kids to these damn things. I got it.
Yeah, but for that, nah, that's just me. I ain't doing it, but anyway, that's just me.
All right.
But you guys have yourself a wonderful day. I'm on my way to get LASIK because of you, Jeff.
Attaboy.
And I'm going to have my car detailed while they're doing it because of you.
As you should. Feliz fin de semana.
Have a good day, guys.
See you. As you should. I've had both of those things done. They're wonderful experiences. Jess, you want to talk about weed? By the way, on the weed thing, In-N-Out Burger going in right there on Manal.
No.
I just heard that. Yeah. All right.
Eric Gaines is coming.
April Fools.
That was mean.
Yeah,
That was
April
mean.
Fools on the
Start
weed
with
thing.
me.
April
Let me
Fools on
tell
the
you
weed.
something. I just realized that's old school Tony, and I used to call him Tony. And he's cut his nose down.
He did. No,
He
that's
cut his-
Jess. That's Tony from way back when JJ and I were on 1310 The Ticket from like way back in the day.
Like 3 years ago, I was wondering what happened to that
Yeah.
dude because we hadn't heard from him for a long
Yeah,
time.
no, he's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's old school. That's cool. But he's cut it down, which is nice. Is he still he was a Broncos guy, right?
Broncos.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's all coming
That's
back. to me.
that dude. Yeah, I know that dude.
We accept him. He's family. Jeffrey, happy Weed Day to you.
Happy Weed Day.
JJ Buck, happy Weed Day to you.
Yep.
Hey, Marie, you'd be such a cooler person if you weren't a Vikings fan. Happy Weed Day to you.
Happy
It's
Weedness.
not your fault. Maybe it's family. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a choice, you maybe would have gone somewhere else. But it's an exciting day from New Mexico. We're slowly creeping into the 22nd century, right? We're getting there.
On our way.
The rest of the world is doing it. Everybody's going to have a nice, chill day. We're going to be all calm. Everything's going to be good. And now, legally, you can just go grab a dude, do a J.
At 4:20 this afternoon, everything stops on the first day, and wait till April 20th. The first 4:20 at 4:20.
Let me tell you, Jake. Jeff. I'm in the industry, and this is what we say in the industry. It's 4:20 somewhere.
That's always.
It's 4:20 somewhere, Jeff. Okay.
That's right.
And now it's okay to do it. So everybody, just chill out. Mexico Aggies fans, let's go smoke a doob together. We'll be cool. It's all going to work out. Everything's great.
Wow. Look at you with the kumbaya.
Happy Weed Day, New Mexico.
See you.
Y'all have a great day.
See you, Jess. Kumbaya. It's like weed baya.
I saw the first NFL April Fools.
Did you? What is it?
Breaking: Kyler Murray has been traded to the Detroit Lions for 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like, okay.
You bought you bid on the In-N-Out Burger.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh!
I guess Candy fell for it hard.
So excited.
Yeah, Clark was just telling me they did it. Candy fell hard, and he's like, "No, we don't do April Fool's jokes." I'm like, "Well, what'd you just do?" Yeah, no, she fell for it hard.
We're getting a Cane's, right?
No, that is true because that happened before April 1st.
Yes.
Yeah.
For all the weed people.
Yeah, it's like Merry Weedmas today. I mean, it's like everybody's. It should be a chill day around here, though, right? Everybody should just be relaxed and.
I don't know. Start talking about the Aggies or Lobos or something. Let's see if that happens.
Oh, and how much we will talk about the Aggies. Their new head coach, Jody Adams Birch, is going to be with us coming up at 8:30. Did you know that? You know,
is that April Fool's or?
No, that in fact is real. That is actually real. She is 27 years coaching. She was head coach 9 years at Wichita State. She went to the NCAA tournament with the Shockers 3 times. She was a coach at Murray State before that. She went to the NCAA tournament. She played for the great Pat Summitt at the University of Tennessee from 1990 to 1994. She was the starting guard on that 1991 national championship team. I mean, the pedigree here is terrific. And when you start talking about Pat Summitt, who was I having this conversation with about Pat Summitt the other day? Oh, I was on a call with a National Hall of Fame Foundation thing, and the lady who runs the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, they're down in Knoxville, was talking about Pat Summitt. There's no bigger name in women's basketball, and so you played women's basketball. I mean, you can appreciate that.
I wanted to play for her.
Mario went out and found himself a coach who certainly has experience, and so I don't know. We'll see if she can coach and what she's got going down in New Mexico State. But I mean, JJ, on the surface, it feels like a good hire. I don't know much about her other than what I've read.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. It just looks like, in terms of being a head coach, the last couple seasons she's been away from that position, but a ton of experience. And it's going to be really interesting to see how she views this opportunity. Okay, there are things maybe the New Mexico State women's team can do similar to the men's. Take some chances, get some opportunities, try to get some players in there, to build them back up, compete for a conference.
They had a good run with Mark Track a couple of years ago before he went to USC, and so they have been there. They have competed at a level that was getting to the NCAA tournament, winning their conference. So can they get back? By the way, Aggie basketball coach, the new basketball coach, Greg Heyer, yesterday was named the NJCAA, that's the National Junior College Association, Athletic Association, the Junior College, Division I Coach of the Year, after leading Northwest Florida State to the national championship. So another award. I wonder if does he get bonused on that, do you think, from his old player?
Danny is never going to text you back. Never.
That's right. Because we talked about that other
Danny Gonzalez is going to ghost us.
That's what I read in the paper today. Yeah, that's what I read today. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. April 1st means, and Rod just got back to me. All right, makes me feel better. He says, oops, it's 14 weeks. I'm so excited. I get ahead of myself. Sorry. So it's 14 weeks until Football Media Day. Why does that make me feel better?
Because it's an extra month?
It is, because I got so much crap to do, and I'm like, holy moly, 10 months before we're like kind of in football season, and with all the bull stuff I got, holy smokes, I was getting a little all right. 505-246-0610. We're going to have Jody Adams Birch with us coming up at 8:30. I asked you the question on the Bruce Arians stuff. Where are you with that? So we got 2 questions for you today. What do you believe happened with the Buccaneers? Do you believe, hey, it was just time, and I'm set up, and I'm handing it off to my guy, and I wanted Todd Bowles to be a coach. I wanted a minority hire. I'm set up in a position, and he can succeed, and Tommy's back, so it's a no-brainer. Or was it Tommy just going, man, the guy doesn't work anymore. He's lazy. I can't work for that guy. I'll come back if he's gone. And then everybody goes and loves on each other at the retirement ceremony and smokes a cigar. He only had 1 cigar in his pocket. Do you think he had one for Tommy later? He went out back and smoked a cigar. You like a good cigar?
I do.
I do too.
When I golf.
Yeah, when I golf, there's something about a cigar and a bourbon, right? Sitting out on the patio,
nothing better.
Fire burning in the evening, sitting in the golf cart. I mean, yeah, nothing like it. If you're into that sort of thing. So I'm asking you that, and then how much would you pay for a ticket to the Final Four? What would be worth it for you? Who's that person? What's that game? What's your Krzyzewski game? What would it be? Maybe this is it. It's the opening drive. Thank you for opting to be with us this morning. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact.
Now,
Gain. G-A-I-N. Gain.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal. Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
All right, we got a lot going on with the Final Four. Did you watch Xavier beat Texas A&M, Madison Square Garden last night? It was actually a pretty good NIT final. The Xavier Musketeers are your NIT champion. Buzz Williams and the A&M Aggies had a shot that rimmed out. Did you watch the end of that game? Did you see that? They had a good look at a shot rimmed out at the end.
Now, where's the NIT going?
So I don't know, right? It's been in New York, and that's kind of been a big allure and a big draw for a long time, and it's not going to be in New York anymore. I've been to the NIT in New York.
Yeah, it's been such a, the semifinals, final NIT, bridging that gap between the Elite Eight and the Final Four. Now it's open for bidding.
It will find a home. Do you think it loses its luster that it's not in New York City?
A little bit.
Okay, for you and me, we don't care. I could care. Like, when I watch a game, I'm like, oh, that's Madison Square Garden. I think the kids really enjoy the whole New York piece to it.
I think that is big for them.
And there's Madison Square Garden is so special.
It is. No,
it
is
a special place.
And hoops in New York is real.
We call that the Pit East.
I was just going to say, it's like, we, the jerks.
There was a year.
The building is more famous than the team.
Didn't the Lobos get one game away? I want to say it was a Frischilli year, and I'm fairly certain it was. They got to the round of 8, and I went to the game, the round of 8. It was they lost to, and we could look this up. It might be the Chris Paul Wake Forest team in Winston-Salem years ago when I was at Channel 7. That would be before Chris Paul, wouldn't it?
You mean
right? If I was at Channel 7 before 2001, there's no way Chris Paul played there, so it had to be before that. They had a hell of a player, though. But Lobos played...
It was one of Fran's years?
I want to say it was one of Fran's years. And I distinctly remember the arena. I remember where I ate. I remember the people at the television station in Winston-Salem. Dave Gorin was the sports director there. And I did the reports from the arena, and they lost to Wake Forest. And I want to say that was a round of 8 game in the NIT. And
they played Wake Forest in a regular season game.
That was here. They played them here.
The NIT run.
This was either
2001.
Could have been 2000. It could have been 2000.
Baylor Pepperdine at Memphis.
All right. What about like 2000? They went to the tournament, so like maybe 99 or 98. Well, but then they went to the NCAA. I know I was in Winston-Salem for a game. Like one of those things I know I didn't dream. In Memphis was. It wasn't Memphis. Anyway.
99-2000.
Yeah. Was that the year?
There you go. It was. I can pull up the schedule.
Yeah.
It's freezing on me.
It sounds close. I mean, it sounds close. But anyway, it was a big deal to get to New York. And I remember, with Fran, to go back to New York was going to be a big deal.
Yeah, they lost in the second round at Wake Forest.
It was the second round? Who'd they beat in the first round?
South Florida.
Okay, and then what was the score? So I'm not dreaming this, right? So
No, this
I did go to Winston-Salem.
Tuesday, March 21st.
Okay.
2000.
All right, I knew I was
72-65 loss.
Can you pull that up? Is there a box score? Because it wasn't Chris Paul, obviously, but they had a player. I'm trying to remember who it was, but yeah, that was and the whole thing was going back to Going back to New York and getting there. All right, 505-246-0610. I got a text that says, we're jaded. When you've been to 12 Final Fours and have worked 10 of them, I don't know if I'd pay anything to go to another Final Four, specifically $3,000. That's a great Pebble Beach trip. All right, maybe if the Lobos ever make it to one, I'd go. But he says, today it's all about corporate America paying the bills. But $3,000 is going to get you midway through.
The Elite Eight seems like where it ends for the common
folk,
like to be able to continue the run with your team.
All right, so here's the deal, and I don't know what common means to. I guess it means something different to everybody. If the Lobos were in this thing, and I'm looking at 2 session tickets right now, so this isn't just one game, but it. Could you find here? Let's just go to 643, and these tickets are all right. Here's $382. Okay, to sit all the way in row 35 in section 643, all the way in the top of the Superdome. Okay, all the way upstairs, probably near the air conditioning vents, right? But could you find $382 for you and your buddy or you and your wife to go to the game? Now you'd have to go fly there. You'd have hotel rooms. You'd be 5 in a room at the Travel Lodge. That'd be charge you $600 a night. But I firmly believe if the Lobos made the Final Four, I mean, is the history of this program, Lobo fan would do anything they can to be in that building.
Okay, I see him. Yeah.
And if you had to sit all the way up there where it'd be way better to watch the game on TV, but to be in that building, you would find, and if you want to sit in row 7 all the way up, there'd be $561. You would find $500-600 to sit all the way upstairs for these games. Don't you think? The majority of hardcore Lobo fan. Now, you'd want better seats, and so, I kind of want to drop down into the red section. All right, let me see what I can find there. And all right, do I have 2,100? Does that say 21,000? Holy smokes! Do I have 31,000 for a suite? No, I don't. But do I have 2,200 for GA tickets in section 347? Well, maybe not. But don't you think, A-Marie, Lobo fan would find $300, $400, $500 to sit as high up in that den just to say I was there?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm down with that. So that would be your Krzyzewski game for Lobo fans, just to get to this point. Right?
Yes.
Now, Duke is another story. But, yeah, that would be it. And it, by the way, it wouldn't be this much if it was, New Mexico in that game instead of Duke.
True.
It'd be a lot less. But to Jeff's point, man, I've been to so many of these games. $3,000. Do I want to go spend the weekend at Pebble Beach and play golf, or do I want to go to one of these? I've been to a lot of these. I've been fortunate enough, right, to go to these. If you haven't, though, like you got to go. You've got to go to a Final Four or national championship and experience it at some point, and it's going to cost. And I like JJ, you and I have been lucky. We get passes to stuff. I know how fortunate I've been to go to some of these events.
Oh, people would find a way.
Yeah,
they would ultimately, because it's, especially when it's something like this rare. Like, can you even just
the Krzyzewski thing is big.
Yeah, that's a game changer for this. But if it's your team going on a run, you're gonna find a way to get there, whether it's a Sweet 16 game, Elite 8, Final Four.
All right, here's your ticket.
Yeah.
So you're midway up, right, the section. You're in the end zone. What does that say? 320, whatever, and that's $1,300. There's your ticket. There's your ticket. $1,300. You're midway up, and you're in the end zone. But you can still, and they got big screens. You watch everything on the big screen. You probably have the phone going in your lap anyway to watch the broadcast. Yeah, that's the number, I think. All right, 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. J-Ho's best call ever, Jeffrey, Juan Jose, Ana Maria, Addison, Juan Jose Jr., etc. I was traveling to a business meeting the other day on the outskirts of New Mexico and laughed so hard I thought I was going to drive off the road when Hoser called in and said hello to everyone. Well, it's kind of funny, wasn't it?
That was a good impression.
Yeah, it was funny. All right, Carl says, normally it's one and done, but for Lobo basketball this year, Jeff, it's going to be one and dent. You watch people steal that from Carl. You watch the way they did Craig Reed, the way they would have if Timex Terry had limped off the court and never been heard from again. All right, so he said instead of one and done, it's one and dent. All right. Will you earmark that for Terry? It's his. I'm not stealing that. Fair enough?
Got it.
Not looking to steal it. I'm not looking to steal your stuff. All right, A-Marie's got a lunchtime gig if you want to help her write her jokes. Why did the coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback. See? You're going to use it, aren't you?
Yes.
You kind of are, aren't you?
Maybe.
You know what? It might work in that crowd.
It might work.
Yeah, why did the football coach go to the bank?
When I segue, if they're not sports fans, get them warmed up.
Yeah, why did the football coach go to the bank?
When I do my sports little section of my set.
Are you going to do that for this women's luncheon?
Of course I am.
How's that going to go over?
Got to hold the brand.
Are they going to just kind of go, what?
We'll see.
There's going to be like four. There's going to be four of them out there that
like four Dallas Cowboy fans from like the 90s. That's what usually happens in Albuquerque.
That's what I told my daughter. I said, you know, she talks sports with her buddies. I said, dude, you're going to be like the coolest chick. I said, I think you're beautiful. You're athletic. You're smart. You're going to be able to talk sports. You're going to be able to talk like dudes aren't going to know what to do.
Get her on that golf course too.
Yeah. She can still hit a golf ball a little bit.
She can join the part-time bro club.
Did you ever publish that story, by the way?
It comes out in next month. We write for a month ahead.
So not April, but May?
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
A-Marie interviewed my kid. Or did you interview her yet?
Yeah. We did it during halftime at when I did color commentating for you.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. I have the video of it too. I have to send it to you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right.
Addie looks she's so professional. I was like, Addie, can you be my mentor?
Yeah, she's pretty polished. You should see her on stage. Did you know she like they wrote an opera one year and I went up there and there she was singing opera. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know she could do that. Who knew? Who knew? 505-246-0610 coming up at the bottom of the hour means 8:30 to me. The new Aggie women's basketball coach, Jody Adams Birch, is going to be with us. 27 years of coaching. She played for the legendary Pat Summitt, and she's now taking over the program down in Cruces. Have a conversation with her at 8:30 on the opening drive. We've got a sweet deal coming up as well on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Ray Magliozzi here. I don't cook much.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS.
Coach, and this is Jeff's pro, and he's right. However, this won't get you into the Saturday games. The easiest ticket to get is a championship game, right? Because the people of the teams who lose, Villanova, Kansas, one will lose. North Carolina, Duke, one will lose. After Saturday, half of those people are leaving. You can just find them on the way out, and they're trying to dump their tickets, and you can get them half price. And
true.
I don't know if it's half price, but you can get them cheaper. But
it depends, though, still, right? Because if Coach
Duke
K wins this game,
yeah, they're going to hold them.
Yeah, that's going to skyrocket.
Yeah. But you can find the Kansas or Villanova loser, and they'll be dumping their tickets. You just got to find them on their way out. They're bitter. They just need beer money. They're cranky. They want it. Yes, that's right. And you can watch that at the conference tournament too. A cheap ticket approach, says the text line, to be at K's last NCAA game, buy the lowest price seat, and yet spend the duration standing, walking around, and leaning on the concourse rails with your TV in hand. Okay, I mean that sounds like a lot of effort, but if that's your thing, yeah, buy a cheap ticket for $400 or $500. Walk around until the usher tells you to move, and go walk around again, and
stumble your way into a different seat.
Yeah, if that's your thing, do that. Text line says, what happens, Duke fan? Expensive block of ticket buying wise if Duke doesn't advance to the championship game, for which the ticket's resale value would dip a bit. That's correct. Yeah. Yep. You could lose on your investment here. Yes, that's absolutely right. If North Carolina wins, the ticket drops. Yes. And then it also says Wake's 2000 team that you were talking about was headed by one Darius Songalia. I remember that name. He was the second-round pick of the Celtics. It was a pedestrian Wake team, by the way. That's why they were in the NIT, right? It was kind of a pedestrian Lobo team as well. I mean, usually the teams that are in the NIT are relatively pedestrian teams, right? Who was the star of the Lobos that year? It was a year after Kenny was gone, right?
Yeah, so that was Fran's first 2 seasons.
All right. Was that Marlon Palmer?
Do you want, let's go, excuse me, 99-2000.
All right, so this is the year we're talking about, right? Marlon Palmer was on that team,
where
correct?
They lost that Wake Forest game.
Was that Damian
Damian Walker.
Damian Walker, yep.
Leading scorer was Lamont Long.
Yeah, all right, Lamont was left over.
Waylon White.
Waylon White could jump out of the gym.
Marlon Palmer.
Yeah, Marlon Palmer was a point guard. I think he was a freshman.
Played about 23 minutes per game.
Yep.
Got Tim Lightfoot.
Tim Lightfoot, man, we got blued out. Yep.
And my boy Pat Kelly.
Pat Kelly, local kid.
He's on the bench.
Yeah.
My shooting coach.
So it was Damian Walker, Marlon Palmer, Waylon White, Lamont Long. That's a decent team.
Kevin Henry.
Kevin Henry could shoot.
Fourth leading
He
scorer.
went to Baylor. Yep. Yep. All right.
Those are big time
What?
teams because that was like right when I was doing a lot of Lobo Camp stuff as like a middle schooler.
Okay.
Right there. Pat Kelly was my dude. He helped me win a title at shooting camp. Still got the trophy.
All right.
Doesn't light up though, but I do have the trophy.
Stigler will remember that team. Stigler will remember Marlon Palmer, Waylon White, Kevin Henry, Pat Kelly, Lamont Long, Damian Walker. That was the NIT from 2000, Stig. When I went to Winston, did you go on that Winston-Salem trip? Were you still at Channel 4? He's shaking his head. Scott Stigler's in the studio, by the way. You were. That was when the Lobos went out. Darius Songalia was with Wake Forest. Fran's first year, I believe. They went to the NIT and went out. We were talking about the trip out to Winston-Salem when I ate at the Porky Pig or something right across the street from the arena. It was good. It was good North Carolina barbecue.
Probably not as good as the new Nashville Hot Chicken Sandwich show.
No, gosh, nothing's good as that. And that's no April Fool's, right?
No,
okay.
not an April Fool's show.
I just want to make sure Jasmine's here. We got a sweet deal for you. Hello, Jasmine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
It's so nice when you come in and light up our studio. Thank you for being here. All right. We got a sweet deal. Goes live on our website. Our website, of course, is you do it 7 of them. I'll tell them what our website is. You tell them about the deal. Is that fair?
Yes.
SportsAnimalABQ.com. Right at 9 o'clock, you click on the sweet deal icon. And for $25, you get $50 worth of Revel Burger?
Mm-hmm.
What's that? And JJ's telling me about all these sweet dishes you have. What do you got going new?
Yeah, so every month we have a burger of the month, but this time we are doing a Nashville hot fried chicken sandwich. I just tried it yesterday. It's really good.
Nashville hot fried chicken. What's the Nashville taste to it?
It is a little spicy, but it's also a little sweet and smoky.
Really? Do we have one?
We're gonna have to go get one after this show.
All right. I mean, I can go over there and get one for lunch.
Yes, of course.
All right. What else you guys got going on over there?
Yeah, and it's the perfect place to watch the Final Four this weekend. And we actually have a second location opening up soon.
Where?
It's going to be on Golf Course in Paradise on the northwest side of Albuquerque.
Golf Course in Paradise. I know where
That's
that
what's up. West Side.
Mm-hmm.
You guys probably get one out of your hood. You guys can go over there and get it.
The office?
It's a new office. Yes.
The new office?
The new office.
No, but it's called the office.
Is that what it's called?
At Paradise?
Oh, no, that's at Paradise Hills. That's the bar.
Is that we're not talking
Yeah,
about?
no, totally
No.
different spot.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't hear her, can you? You can see her mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I was
she-
like, cool.
Yeah, no, she's taking over your segment, but you can't hear her, so it's killing you. Rebel Burger, let everybody know where Rebel Burger is, and I'll let them know again how they can get a hold of this.
Yes, so our flagship location is inside the Revel Entertainment Center, just off of Alexander, right around the corner from Costco.
Yeah, right there, kind of behind Top Golf a little bit,
Yeah.
right? You can't miss Top Golf. Have you eaten the Jawbreaker? Have you ever eaten the 5-patty Jawbreaker burger?
I will admit I have attempted, did not make a dent at all, but it's delicious, but it's messy.
Well, of
really
course.
good though.
It's 5 patties, dude. 5 patties
I've
the bun.
seen it been done before though.
Do you get a prize? You get a T-shirt? Do you get a beer? What do you get for eating one?
We are getting T-shirts soon, but right now it's just your own
Attaboy?
personal challenge.
Good job, good effort.
you get an attaboy.
Yeah.
You get a gym membership with it?
We were just talking about prices to the Final Four, by the way. Any idea, like, if you wanted to sit, I don't know, kind of halfway up the first section at midcourt and buy tickets for the 3 games, any idea how much they're going for?
Ooh.
I'm going to give you $31,000 and say Revel Burger's the way to go, and don't go to New Orleans. You get good seats at Revel Burger.
Get yourself a giant burger.
Yep.
Sit down, watch both games. You're set.
All right, Jasmine's here. Our sweet deal is $25 gets you $50 a Revel Burger. Go online. It's sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon at sportsanimalabq.com. Do it at 9 o'clock because they will go quickly. Jazz, always great to see you. Enjoy the great weekend.
All right, thank you. You too.
Take care. What'd you tell me the new one? Nashville what?
Nashville fried hot chicken sandwich.
Is that what we're doing today?
That sounds fantastic.
I mean, I feel like I should be going in there and there should be samples. Sorry, man, she couldn't hear you. And it's so it's like you were talking. The office is a totally different place. That's at Paradise Hills Golf Course.
Yeah, I thought you said golf. That's why.
It's going to be golf course and Paradise Boulevard.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Paradise
Area it's
Golf.
Totally different spot.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Maybe other people were confused.
Yeah, maybe they heard
the
golf. They heard
hood,
West Side. I mean,
Side.
that's all the way out in your hood. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. When we return, we're gonna have a conversation with the new women's basketball coach down at New Mexico State. She's the former head coach at Wichita State, at Murray State, and now introduced as the new coach of the New Mexico State Aggies. Her name is Jody Adams Birch. She is due to be with us when we return. Happy Friday! Glad you're with us. Oh, should we hoe with her? No, I don't know. That's a little abrupt. She might decide to
hang
quit.
up the phone.
Yeah, not do this. It's the opening drive. We'll hoe later on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Know Me session down in New Mexico State. Like they're running out of those "Hi, my name is" stickers, you know, that you got to put on your shirt with all the new coaches down there. But Jerry Kill, the new football coach, is going through spring practice right now, and by every account, he's being loved down in Las Cruces. Greg Heyer was with us earlier in the week, the new men's basketball coach, and yesterday Mario Mocha, the athletic director down in New Mexico State, announced the hiring of Jody Adams-Birch as the new women's basketball coach. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. We'll get back to your phone calls coming up in a little bit. But a coaching veteran with 27 years of experience, including a head coaching stint at Wichita State as well as Murray State, is the new head women's basketball coach down in Las Cruces. Jody Adams-Birch joins us this morning on the opening drive. Good morning, Jody. How are you?
Hey, good morning, y'all. I'm wonderful.
Congratulations.
This is a beautiful place to wake up in the morning. Sun is shining, and the weather is just awesome.
I always tell people when I moved to New Mexico 25 and a half years ago, the colors are different in New Mexico. Whatever it is, the sun
That's
hits
right.
differently. The colors and the sun rises and the sun. Wait till the sun sets every night. It's just different in the land of enchantment.
It is, and we woke up yesterday to snow in Wichita, and got on a plane to come down here to this enchanting place, as they say, and it is very true. It is very true.
It is.
We can't wait to make it home.
Why was this the right job, Jody? I mean, you've been looking through your coaching resume, and obviously quite impressive, and you've made a number of stops, as coaches do throughout their career. Why was this the right one? I know you've known Mario over the years. Greg Heyer has been very complimentary of you, as was Chris Jans. Why is this the right place for Jody to come and start a whole nother round of coaching?
Well, I will tell you this. I'm never the author of my plan, but when things line up and when your heart is just overwhelmed with how people treat you, how they do things with excellence, people matter to them and they understand you win with people in life, there's no going wrong. So it's just follow the plan and go and make an impact the best way that you can.
Jody Adams Birch, the new New Mexico State women's basketball coach, is with us this morning on the opening drive.
What do you see the potential for New Mexico State? They've been a team that's competed in the WAC. They've won that conference before. There's some changes ahead with Conference USA. What do you look at the program you're coming into and the potential that it has under your watch?
Well, what I love is that winning is embedded in the roots here that was planted, in the coaches before me. So it has been planted. So the early on vision of that and the work to feed those winning ways and how we're going to do it the Aggie way. I'm just the new head coach that's going to bring in, more winning ways to build on that, rich tradition of winning championships. And, it's fun to win, right? But not many people want to change their habits, their behavior, their big belief to get those winning ways, to get those championships, to hang those banners. And that's what I will do my very, very best, and I'm honored to do my best to come here and continue to grow those winning ways here.
Well, speaking of winning ways, you're from a state that basketball matters, especially women's basketball in Tennessee. The state of New Mexico takes their basketball very seriously. For someone that grew up, played basketball in Tennessee, then played for Pat Summitt and the Volunteers, what do you take from that, just knowing how important basketball can be and then your journey in it?
Well, how we look at basketball is it's something that we get to do, right? It's not who we are, but it's what we get to do. We've been blessed to do. We've been talented to do it. And growing up in Tennessee, and, those roots started at home of, how we're going to use athletics to prepare us for life. And I'm telling you, playing for Pat Summitt is very, very special. Sometimes it's hard for me to put it in words when somebody says, okay, hey, how was it playing for Pat? What all did she instill in you? And I'm like, what all did she not continue to refine in a young Jody, that she had a vision for beyond her family? And so I think with Pat, and sitting and talking to the chancellor last night, we really just discussed the ways that she worked on my heart and why I did what I did. She could see that I'm a servant leader, love people, I love to see them be successful, team-oriented. I'm for a team and for everybody. But, she just continued to push me and hone that through the game of basketball, which playing for Pat is playing for excellence, not perfection. We want progress over perfection, but it was playing for excellence. So that has a lot to do with our character. And so iron sharpens iron. And that's where, just the grooming and the molding, just like clay, began to take place. Is it easy? No, it wasn't. Did I learn coping skills? I sure did. Did I grow and mature and learn emotional intelligence? Absolutely. So, we're gifted to coach kids. We got to remember that they're kids, and they're in a world that's really, really fast. So, I hope just to instill, the things that, Pat was able to, mold, continue to mold, and how life, for 27 years of doing basketball has shaped me just to, pass it on, pay it forward. And that was one of the greatest things that, I saw in Pat. And I was just one of those that wanted to coach basketball and got to be around her and her staff a lot. And, there was not one autograph, not one person that wanted to talk to her or her staff or us that we did not stop, talk, sign autographs, take pictures, and inspire.
Jody Adams Birch is with us on the opening drive. She's the new women's basketball coach at New Mexico State. It's kind of funny how things come full circle. We've had a lot of conversations this week about the influence of coaches at the high school level, at the college level, on people's growth. And I was on a call earlier this week with the lady who runs the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville, and Pat Summitt's name came up. And Jody, everybody who I've ever spoken to that's played for legendary coaches, and Pat Summitt is as good a basketball coach as ever been. But I knew people who played for John Wooden. I've spoken to people who played for Krzyzewski. They say it's not basketball. That those coaches, they feel their influence in their lives every day. It's not all about basketball. They feel that those coaches have influenced everything they do every day of their life. Right.
There's no doubt about it. And what I call those coaches are transformational coaches. So we're not all about X's and O's, and we're not all about winning. And that's why I say basketball is what we get to do. It is not who I am. And sometimes we get that confused in the world today because that's in black and white. You see wins, championships, you see an ESPY, you see Hall of Fame, you see jerseys retired, right, behind my name, and I'm sitting here saying, hey, let's hit pause. This was not done alone, and I'm just honored to represent the people that paid it forward, and help me be able just to stand in front and continue to teach and be that transformational coach, no matter who I'm speaking to,
Does
or mentor or friend.
Does playing for her come with, I don't know, heightened expectations that maybe aren't fair? I mean, you just say, you look at the resume, you played on a national championship team for Pat Summitt. Well, then she must be this or that. Does it raise expectations unfairly, do you think?
No. This is what I know. To play at that level, you have to be talented, right? I mean, you have to be blessed. So that's easy for coaches to go sit in the gym. Oh wow, they're a 3-level player. They can score at the rim. They got a mid-range game. They got the three. I mean, they got 3-dimensional vision coming off ball screen action. I mean, we can break it all down, right? But the thing that coaches are looking for are growth-minded student athletes. So when Pat looks at me, I say I'm 5'5". I'm probably really 5'4". But, okay, I'm not going to get much quicker. I may get a little stronger. So why is she choosing me? And it's because of the winning ways that are instilled, the competitive mind, the IQ, team-oriented. She's a point guard. She has these intangibles. So if you want to be a point guard, this is what we look for. So there are special gifts. And those are, the character. That's where the integrity runs for. That we're looking for in building a championship program. Not everybody is the right fit for Tennessee basketball, and that really doesn't have to do with athleticism. It also has to do with character and how we're driven. And so a lot of people say how you're wired.
Yeah.
Well, it's not how our head is wired. Sure. I mean, what we think about, what we lay our eyes on, that becomes, our behavior. But really, it's what our heart seeks.
No,
and so, go ahead.
I was going to say, with that, and you look at where college athletics has evolved to at this point in time. You know, there's so many more opportunities for the student athlete, but you also pointed out it's big business and black and white wins and losses. How do you bring that to the table? How do you bring that mindset of growing character, getting players to buy in when there's so much extracurricular stuff that's going on?
We're not going to look at the end. Did we win? We're going to look at after playing the game the right way with the right character, being a great teammate. And then we look up and we won the game. And so that's a progression, right? Today, a parent may say, you know, Jody, I don't understand my kid's not scoring 22 points and grabbing 12 rebounds. And so they're asking their child to do that, or I'm asking the kid just to come to practice every day and be ready to practice. But the one thing I'm asking her to do or him to do is sprint the floor every time. And if he or she with talent will sprint the floor every time, you will see that double-double.
Effort tells a lot, and it's not just, to your point, it's not just about X's and O's in basketball. It all carries over. It's an exciting time down there.
Progression.
It's an exciting time.
It's a growth.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
it's every day.
Reloading. Yes, you're reloading talent with the transfer portal, with the with all those things going on. I'm going to use those as a positive thing to bring in players, young women that can thrive at the university and Las Cruces, and the big vision that the chancellor has and Mario has of the athletic department. We want people that are thriving here.
Yeah.
And so, and it takes a special person, but I do believe when they come here and they get to live in a community like this and wake up to just, God's beauty and have winners all around them, you don't have a choice but to win.
Yeah, it's a culture, right? I think you just described the word that everybody says, what does culture mean? And I think you just described it. Jody, I appreciate you spending some time with us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the
Thank
opportunity.
you.
I know we'll catch up again. Fascinating conversation, and best of luck to you. Enjoy your new home.
Well, thank you so much, and go Aggies.
Be well. Jody Adams-Birch is the new head basketball coach, women's side down there. Actually, that was pretty fascinating. There was a lot there. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sometimes it feels like your business is going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit carcrafters.com.
CarCrafters, it's like it never happened.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your
It wasn't basketball, but it is, if that makes any sense at all. And it's kind of weird to me how it tied. Remember the conversation, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? We were having the conversation about coaches and influence on coaches, and we was really focused at the high school level, right? And then here's someone who played for Pat Summit for 4 years, and when you talk to players, former players who, and you don't even have to talk to me, just listen to them, who played for some of those coaches. I mean, that highest of high-end coaches. I'm talking Summit and Wooden. And I don't know how many I think are in that echelon, right? You can just sit there and listen to them and hear the influence that they had on your life. I mean, you just listen to a game that Bill Walton does, and how many times will he reference Coach Wooden and what Bill Wooden taught him, right?
Yeah, what was really...
Or Bill Wooden. I'm sorry, John Wooden.
What was really impactful is the everyday lessons that you think about that have nothing to do with basketball.
Yeah.
But it's around the game of basketball that brings you together, and then what you learn from it.
Yeah. You've heard the Bill Walton story, right? Where Bill Walton came in with his long hair and his beard and everything, and Wooden had the dress code, and there would be no facial hair and no long hair, and Walton came in and said, Coach, I think that I should be able to do this, and blah blah blah, and I'm going to wear my hair this way, and John Wooden said, no, Bill, you're right, you're absolutely right, and I hope you enjoy playing basketball somewhere, but it won't be here at UCLA. And Bill Walton came back the next day and shaved and cut his hair, right? And Walton tells that story all the time. And what does that teach you? Well, we're going to do it my way, and there's a reason, and you'll learn it. Listening to Jody just talk about, the stuff that wasn't X's and O's, that was heart and doing things the right way and feeling your way. She's got an opportunity to be successful down there. She played on a national championship team. I love, sometimes you just listen. And people who've been at the summit, and I understand that there's a pun in there and it wasn't intended, but people who played at the highest level and then had success coaching, I love listening. There's a reason the Woodens, the Summits, I guess you would throw a Krzyzewski in there, right?
Yes, you would.
Maybe a Bob Knight. I don't know. Some love him, some hate him. But you listen to, I'm going to guess Nick Saban's going to end up being that way, right? Bear Bryant. Dare I even say John McKay back in the day, but there's a few that were mentors and goes a long way. It feels like a good hire. I don't know if she can coach or not. She's spent the last bunch of years as an assistant at Southern Illinois, right? It feels like a good hire for Mario. Certainly a good conversation. The text line says, why is it that coaches at New Mexico State are so articulate, intelligent, and well-spoken in their interviews? I think most of the coaches we have on period are. I mean, the New Mexico coaches are.
Yes.
I think all the coaches are. And that's part of being a coach, right, is speaking. This one says, for New Mexico State coaches, please have that hee-haw theme queued up. He didn't. I guess that goes with the Southern drawl. They all got a little Southern drawl to them, don't they? Every one of them. There wasn't no little about that, was there?
No. That's
No.
Tennessee.
She yelled me and I answered the phone.
Yeah, no, she yelled right
I was
off
like,
the top.
yeah.
Yeah, she yelled. You know what? I was watching, I told you this yesterday, right? I was watching some of the Twitter videos of Chris Jansen. Jansen's doing the rounds out of Mississippi State, and he's serving up balls with the volleyball team, and he's walking campus and throwing ball. I mean, just doing the meet Chris Jans thing, and he's got y'all down already. How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all.
Is there like a quota you have to hit?
I don't know, but I get it. Like when in Rome, y'all's contagious now because there's no plural for you. It's either you guys, yous, or y'all, right?
Hey, y'all.
What like in Spanish, there's ustedes, right?
Well, we got Coach Patino. We're going to be having him say like all sick or what?
That's all crazy. No, we're all sick, bro.
Or what, eh?
That's all sick, bro. I know, huh?
You remember?
We get him speaking New Mexican. It's all loco, no?
Also, Adrian said, are they going to ask for red or green when you go to the weed dispensaries?
The answer's green, right?
Thought that was a good joke.
Yeah, it is good. See, are you going to
Writing it down.
Yeah, write them all down. Amory's got a set today. Help her out. It's the
Like in
opening.
the middle of the day. It's an interesting time to do comedy.
So how much will you drink before?
I'm not.
I'm kidding. Are you just going to hit the weed shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't do. No.
Yeah.
I wish.
What do you mean,
But
no,
no.
I don't, I wish?
I mean, I'm just not into it.
All right. Do your thing. Whatever it is. Have some more coffee. You do that?
Yes.
All right. Want a banana?
Sure.
Potassium helps. Got a still hoe today, don't we? That'll make it Friday.
Next
I think it'll
hour,
make
yeah.
everybody feel better at some point. 505-246-0610. Thank you for listening to The Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Evergard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
For certified collision and body repair, visit the experts at CarCrafters. 5 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Visit CarCrafters.com.
Car crafters, it's like it never happened.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including NBA.
What did Jess say? I know it was Tony. Feliz Viernes. Happy Friday to you. Merry April. It is now the second quarter of the year 2022. April Fools. Some of you love it. Most of you hate. Who likes April Fools? The guy who likes April Fools is kind of the guy you don't like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? The El Pinto Palace guy. It is. It's a gong show in that break room, by the way, right now.
It is?
I mean, your boy Fred's here.
Everyone's just in there?
And Mandy's in there, and the big boss, and the other big boss.
What's going on in there? Anything good?
It's a high-level meeting, bro. That's why I got out. I'm not
very important.
Yeah, all the important people are in there. Yeah.
Three jerks over here.
Yeah, well,
Three jerks who missed the point with you. Good morning.
We always miss the point. Time for another all-new edition of JJ Buck. Get off my rocks. Jeff,
I'm going to get you a coffee cup that says that.
Well, this is from Jeremy. He sends these in. He says, Jeff, you're all settled in the elevator. The door is an inch from being completely closed, and then some moron who can't wait for the next car presses the button. The doors reopen. Everyone has to get repositioned for that one person. Why are some people so inconsiderate? Is it inconsiderate to push the button to get on the elevator? I don't know, Jeremy. I think you're pushing this one.
Is there a
Etiquette?
much like door, like what the time frame is to hold the door open when someone is walking towards it?
Yeah.
The distance.
All right. So in
Is
our
there an elevator door closing distance?
in our building, there's the outside doors to go into a lobby, and there's 3 elevators. So if you see someone kind of key carding to get into through the outside doors, are you supposed to hold it? And we're in a hurry, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I don't get here a half hour before the show. I don't have time to wait for everybody. Sometimes, but if I walk up and press the button, is that rude? They all look at you though, don't they? Grumble, grumble, grumble.
I think it depends too. If it is 3 or 4 people already in the elevator,
Yeah.
I'll take my chances and wait like 10.
But how do you know if the doors? Well, I guess you'll wait
And
for the
then-
next car. And I think it also matters if there's 3 cars or there's only one.
How many elevators are available?
There's only one. I got to wait for it to drop
What's
all you fools
working?
off. Yeah,
All you fools.
yeah. All
The timing. There's just too many variables involved.
I think that's right. I think that's right. The text line says, "What did 1983 Final Four tickets in Albuquerque go for? Those attending then may have satisfied their go to the tournament goal. Sincerely, a frustrated with the current price structure, bargain hunting cheapskate." There's no bargains to be hunted on this one. I mean, with the bargain is fire up your rabbit ears and catch on Channel 13. And by the way, I think it's on TNT or True or something, right?
Yes.
So, is the final on CBS on Monday? Okay.
No.
That's what I thought. The final is
think
not on
everything is
CBS.
on PBS,
Guess how much they were.
CBS. $25.
Close, JJ.
You're talking about Final Four face value
Mhm.
tickets in 1983.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going $17.99.
Oh, and $20. You guys were in. You're almost there.
Yeah, we're
So I get to go play the game.
Yeah, I got stories all the time. You know, the Sids and the Jeans will tell me stories about how they were. Well, didn't we get one from Sid the other day? How he was in northern New Mexico and came down and caught the game, and yeah, $25. Now $25 might get you a beer
Oh.
at the game.
How
It'll
mu-
get you
how
a
many?
beer. It'll get you a beer.
How much?
$25 will get you a beer, don't you?
The average beer price at an event is
18,
like
16 to 18.
yeah, depending what stadium. Yeah.
Yeah. Where I paid.
Say the medium's like.
I paid
13.
14 at the Gladiators game the other day for a beer.
You did?
Yeah, it was 14 for a tall boy can.
For real?
Yeah. Is that? I mean, that sounds right to you, doesn't it?
Sounds like we need a pregame.
When I go to Isotopes last year,
Support.
a cup for I'm gonna guess. What do you think that was? About 20 ounces, JJ. If I buy beer up in the club level, it was $11. I want to say for a beer. Does that sound about right to you?
Yes.
Yeah. That's about what it is. But I'm going to guess that this at the Superdome is probably 14, 16.
Yeah.
$25 gets you nothing, dude.
Nada.
Cheapest thing you're finding between $360 and $500 to sit all the way upstairs at a football stadium in a dome to watch a basketball game. I mean, I'm on Ticket City, and like the terrace level, all the way up top. In the end zone, 4 tickets, $765 a pop. Oh, here's $521. All right, here you go. Level 635, so you can sit in the end zone all the way upstairs for $527. Yeah, here you go. $427. Oh, here's $427. JJ, a bargain. I'm good, man.
Yeah, in Indy we were paying for the Big Ten tournament $13 a beer. 13.
All right, that sounds about
Yeah.
right. And we got to that point of acceptance on $13 a
Yeah.
beer, right?
That's what you do.
And you're like, all right, I'm down. You want one? Oh, that's what it is.
I want 2.
Yes, I do. I don't want to have to stand in line again. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Baseball's coming at you quick. You see that Jacob deGrom might be out. MRI, tight shoulder, opening day start in question. Cut his hair, by the way. It almost looks like a totally different, unrecognizable dude. But he was scratched from his start. We're starting to get these early season injuries. You know.
Oh no, they can only start Max Scherzer.
Yeah, that's a bummer for them. I still go back to that year before baseball. Emery, did you know? JJ showed me a stat a couple years ago, and it said half of the pitchers in Major League Baseball will be on then called the disabled list, now the injured list. And I said, no way.
Why?
But the facts are every year, at least half the pitchers in the big leagues spend at least one stint on the injured list.
Dang.
Yep.
That's why they can't hit. I mean, imagine if they had a hit. It'd be three-quarters.
There'd be no pitchers left to pitch.
Gosh, what would we do if they
What would
actually
we
had
do?
to play the other side of the game?
Good thing we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it sucks. Lenny, good morning to you. How are you?
Morning. So I've been to a few of the championship, Super Bowl and stuff, but with the Final Four,
jealous.
The ticket prices that you're saying right now, the best thing to do is you wait till the semifinal games are over.
Yeah, but if you
'cause
want to go
everyone
see
then we'll have those tickets to sell for the championship game.
That's right, 100%. If that's all you want to see is the championship game. But what if you want to see the semifinal and you want to be in there for the two games and the Krzyzewski game, and they might not have another Krzyzewski game? That's why these
Then
prices
you're
are
gonna
so
have
high.
then you're gonna have to pay because this
That's
is one
right.
of those years where you have the top coach retiring. But overall prices are always going to go
Yes.
down a little bit the day of the game.
You stand
It's not like
outside the
Super Bowl where it
building.
goes up in price.
Right, and this is conference tournaments too. If you want to go tomorrow, stand outside the building and find somebody wearing the shirt of a team who just lost and buy their tickets for tomorrow.
But to go to a basketball game and sit up at the top of the stadium and watching ants run around on the floor,
I mean,
at that point, I'm going to a sports bar.
Promise you. I'm just telling you, I love events, but if I had tickets right now, I'd be selling my tickets and having a hell of a Pebble Beach trip because of it.
Yeah, because it's just basketball is not made for a football stadium.
No, but that's the way this is now, and that because you know why?
Well, it
Because
changed.
they
We were
can.
the last arena to have the national championship
Is that right?
with seats under 20,000.
The Pit was the last one?
Yep.
I didn't even know that was the last one. I know they don't do it anymore, but I didn't realize it was the last.
Yeah,
Well,
after the Pit, then they started going to the larger arenas.
I remember doing the Kingdome in '95, and you know, the Kingdome was so big. I was fortunate to have credentials and had good seats, but I did walk upstairs just to get a feel, and it was like you can't see anything, but yet people wanted to be there.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So
All right.
now let's go with the NBA since it's the last week. So what do you think Boston's chances are now with losing Robert Williams?
Of winning the whole thing, I think they dropped dramatically, and I say that A, because of their injury, and JJ, I want you to jump in here, but I think get A, because of the injury, and I also say that B, because Milwaukee's playing really, really well. I think Miami finds a way to get it on track. Philly's playing well, and I'm not counting out Brooklyn.
Well, I'm going to count out Brooklyn just because
I won't.
I just think, I mean, Simmons is not going to come back, and even if they did, there'll be no continuity. But Brooklyn would have to go on a huge run. But the problem with Brooklyn is, if they have to play Toronto, Kyrie can't play.
All right, but
In Toronto,
so it's
because
only
he's not
Toronto,
vaccinated.
and they may not have to play Toronto. So that's a huge if.
Right, so they have to worry about that workaround.
That's it.
But do you think the Suns finally get over the hump for Chris Paul, or is Chris Paul going to have one of those long John Stockton careers where he goes to the dance and he just can't finish?
I'm not sold on Chris Paul. I'm just not. I mean, JJ, where are you on the Suns? Are they the best team? They got the best record in the NBA. Are they going to win it? Is this finally their year?
I don't think so. I would be happy if they did.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no
I'm
as
going to
well.
say Milwaukee repeats.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think that's. I don't think you're out on some crazy little branch.
And they'll repeat that Jokic will win MVP.
Ooh.
All right, Lenny, enjoy the weekend, man. Appreciate you.
You too.
See you.
Have fun.
Jokic for MVP. They better stay out of the play-in tournament, but I think they will. Where you on-
Giannis is coming hard.
Where are you on Phoenix?
I think Phoenix is no doubt in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay. I'll give them that. I think that's right. All right. 505-246-0610. Keep them coming. It's the opening drive. Happy Friday to you on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Telling it like it is.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
And there's only one home for Rome.
Nice strategy, brah.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10.
Okay, I was talking, and I'm like, my mic's not open. My mic's not open. Now it's open. Now it's open. I mean, you better figure that out. I'm just telling you on Friday, because otherwise I'm going to play it through my speaker over here, because that's Friday. You all right over there? Your little face? All right. The hoe didn't play. My mic wasn't open. I'm like, what are we?
The hoe didn't play. My mic wasn't open.
All right. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. This is from Mean Machine. Is that the one I want to read? No, this one's from David. It came in yesterday. It says, it's on the Bucks and Brady, JJ. Funny how people, Edward, it says, remember things in Brady's favor. Remember Edward called in yesterday and said, Arians cost them, Tommy, his 8th ring, and it's because of Arians this and that they didn't win, and he blamed it all. I mean, it was all on the coach, because somehow Tommy was great in the first half of that game against the Rams, and it wasn't Tommy's fault that he threw those interceptions. Funny how people, Edward, he says, remember things in Brady's favor. The Buccaneers were getting their tails kicked by the Rams up and down the field, and the only reason the Bucs even had a chance was the ridiculous turnovers they committed, the Rams, late in the second half that gave the Buccaneers a great field position. The year before the Bucs won that Super Bowl because of the defense that saved them in the NFC Championship at Green Bay, that kept Rodgers out of the end zone after multiple Brady interceptions in the second half of that game. And the same defense shut down Mahomes in the Super Bowl, aided by several Chiefs offensive linemen who were out of the game. But, of course, Brady gets all the credit and no blame. Sounds like a guy named LeBron. It's from Dave. So his remembrance – all right, I got a new chair. His remembrance is not wrong. And Edward loves to slant everything, and nothing's ever Thomas Edward Patrick Brady's fault, and everything is his. Now he did win. He does have 7 rings, and so there's got to be something to it. But the Rams were beating the living tar out of Tampa Bay. Rams turned the ball. Remember the Cam Akers fumble?
Yes.
You're like, wait a minute, what the hell are you doing? There was a Stafford interception in there. You're going, what? How is this slipping away? What a nightmare the Rams. This was going to be a Seattle Super Bowl type collapse for the Rams if they lost that game. Okay, that was going to be one of those. I don't know how the franchise responds if they lost that game in Tampa Bay, correct?
That's correct.
They were up 27-3 in the NFC Championship game in the second half. So you're not wrong. And you're also not wrong about the year prior, where I don't know that Brady won the Super Bowl, although he won the Super Bowl. But did they win because of him? We have this conversation all the time, right? Did Peyton Manning win that second Super Bowl, or was it the defense? Well, yes, they all did. That defense absolutely did shut down Mahomes in that Super Bowl, baffled Mahomes to a point where you were all going, what the hell's going on? We've never seen this before, right after they did the same thing to Aaron Rodgers and Lambeau. So Dave's email's not wrong. 505-246-0610. All right, Adolf wants to talk about ticket prices. By the way, Marie, I got Sid responded to you. It's a clarification for Ms. Marie. Mr. Symbieta, tickets were $20, he says, in 1983, but there were limited numbers of local folks, so you had to enter a lottery a year in advance to be selected and get the opportunity to buy a maximum of 4 tickets. Is it all right if I trust Sid instead of the Google?
Of course.
Because I
trust Sid.
I trust Sid instead of the Google on this one. Adolf, good morning to you.
Morning. You know, back in 1983, I was sitting in a bar, and it was, I believe it was April the 4th of 83. And I'm sitting next to a friend of mine, and we're kind of nursing beers. And it's roughly about maybe an hour and a half before the tip-off. It was a Monday night. And it was, of course, North Carolina State against Phi Slamma Jamma, Houston.
Yep.
And so my friend, God rest his soul, Frank Kezar, says, hey, we need to go to that game. And so I said, what are you talking about? We don't have tickets to that game. And he says, no, finish up your beer. We got to go down there now. We need to go down there. So we finish up the beers, and we jump in my 77 Chrysler Cordoba.
Yeah, buddy.
And we fight the traffic all the way down there to the pit. Park on the sand. And Frank says, by the way, how much money do you have on you? I said, well, I got $45. And he says, I said, how much you got on you? And he says, I got 50. I said, okay, so we got $95 and trying to get 2 tickets, and the tip-off is roughly about maybe 10 minutes away. And he says, yeah. So we jump out of the car, and there's a guy screaming in the parking lot, basically saying, I got 2 tickets. So Frank, we run over, and Frank just tells me, he said, don't worry, I got this. I'll do the talking. I'm like, okay, it's your show.
Yeah.
And so we buy these 2 tickets off a guy for $95, even though he was asking for $100.
Ooh.
By this time, it's about maybe 5 minutes before the tip-off of the national championship game. We run in there, and they're not tickets together.
Uh-oh.
And he says, whatever happens, we'll just meet back at the car. My ticket was in the midst of some University of Houston fans. The guy I'm sitting next to, when I sit down, he simply says, can I ask you a question? And I said, well, yeah. He says, how much did you pay for your ticket? I said, $45. And I let a few seconds pass, you know, the old pregnant pause.
Yeah.
I said, can I ask you a question? He says, yeah. How much did you pay for yours? He says, $500.
Ooh.
Whoa. We didn't have there was not a single word spoken between us for the rest of the game.
You didn't buy him a beer or nothing? I mean, how much was a beer? $5?
That ain't my fault.
That's right.
I mean, he gave me this look, the look.
Yeah, I know.
Right. And I just say, what are you gonna do?
That's right.
And so when the game was over, when Lorenzo Charles puts that ball back through the hoop, I think the shot was missed by either Derek Wittenberg or Sidney Lowe. And I see Jim Valvano running down there on the pit court like a chicken with his proverbial head cut off, looking for somebody to hug. And I still have that ticket in my safe here at home.
That's so
for memory purposes.
What was face value on the ticket?
They didn't even have a face value on that ticket.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they didn't tear it in half either.
That's cool.
Because they knew that people would want to keep that ticket.
$45.
So it was really something. And when we got out of the pit, I'm telling you, my hearing, I think, was screwed up for about 2 days.
Let me ask you this, Adolph.
Yeah.
That was 83. So we're 40 years ago coming up this year.
Yeah.
Where does that rank on the list of sporting events that you've attended in your life?
Oh golly, that's got to be if it's not one. It's sure enough close. I mean, I've been to Monaco, Formula One.
Yeah.
Been around the world. But at the pit, at that game, and they still run replays on ESPN.
Yeah.
And to think that I was there and actually saw that game.
Some people tell you it's the best college basketball game ever played.
Yes. And to think that I'm sitting in a bar in Rio Rancho, and Frank Kizar says, "Come on, we got to go down there. We got to do something."
That's a great story, dude. Great story. Thanks, man.
Anyway, thanks for having me on.
See you.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
That's so good. $45. That guy was pissed.
Should have waited, bro.
Should have waited, bro. I saw Phi Slamma Jamma play in person.
Really?
And I don't know if it was JJ. It could have been 83, 82. Well, it had to be 80 the next year, right? So it was winter break, San Diego State, and we were back up in L.A. I was with some buddies, and we were kind of we were hanging out, and we were watching Sports Center and whatever we did back in that day. And it says, and number one ranked or number two or whatever they were, Houston, Phi Slamma Jammas on the road. They're playing at Cal Santa Barbara. We're like, they're UC Santa Barbara tonight. We all kind of looked at each other, and well, I mean, that's an hour and a half up the road. You want to go? And we piled in my buddy Scott's Jeep, and we went up to the Thunderdome, and we went up to Santa Barbara, and we scalped tickets, and we saw UC Santa Barbara, and a guy named Scott Fisher, I think was the Fisher. I don't know if it was Scott. The Gauchos were up on them by 10 early. They lost, I think, by 10. But, I got to see Drexler and Phi Slamma Jamma play at UC Santa Barbara. And I don't have that ticket stub anymore. And I'm sure we paid like $10 to get in. But it was like, dude, the number one team in the country is playing right up the road. Let's go. It's winter break at UC Santa Barbara, too. I mean, it's going to be easy to get tickets. And sure enough, it was easy to get tickets and went to at the ticket office. And went and saw Phi Slamma Jamma play and came back. It was awesome. And they put on a show. But the Gauchos played them hard now. But that was it was actually really, really cool. That might be, I don't know, that's one of my favorite stories now. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my favorite stories. I love hearing the old school stories about those of you who went to that game and what it cost. So he paid a lot. He paid $45. Again, $45 isn't going to get you near the Superdome tomorrow.
No.
If you get in, it might get you a couple of beers. Manage your money. Manage your money. See my friends at Kirtland Federal Credit Union. They will help you with all of your financial situations. It's tax time. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is teaming with TurboTax now. The number one best-selling software. They'll help you get your taxes done right. You can file online. Go to kirtlandfcu.org and find out about all that. Well, what is your financial goal? Kirtland Federal Credit Union's got products and personal service that'll get you wherever it is you want to be. Are you planning for retirement? You should be. No matter how old you are, investing for retirement starts with Kirtland Financial Services. You can talk to an advisor today. Start walking the path to a confident future. Looking to improve the home that you currently live? Turn the value of your home into cash. You can use it for home improvements, upgrades, and more. If you're looking for a new home, choose from a wide variety of mortgage programs and partner with a team of friendly and knowledgeable mortgage experts at Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Looking to buy a car? Competitive rates, unbeatable service. They'll help you drive away in the vehicle you want with payments you can live with. They can help you today. Open an account, make a payment, check your application status, become a member, all online. Stop by any branch or go to Kirtland Federal Credit Union's website. It's kirtlandfcu.org. kirtlandfcu.org. Membership eligibility requirements. See a representative for complete details.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing.
Sports Animal. Oh, look at you, figured it out. You're a genius back there. Handy Manny.
Oh, if you got your funky bus fare.
Yeah, I didn't have it today. A. Marie actually hoed last week. She was all out of breath.
I was hoeing for you, JJ.
Yeah, she was sitting in your seat because you were a guest on our show last week. Remember last Friday?
Yes,
you
I was a
you were in space.
honored guest.
You were in Jupiter coming back via Pluto.
This next
I'm
call.
way back through the atmosphere.
All right, Ken's got a good story. He said a better ticket story. You already heard it? Is it better?
No, he just wanted me to tell you that.
All right. Hello, Ken. How you living?
Good morning, and
it's so good. Now it's Friday. No, it's good.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call. Yes, back in 1983, my younger brother, Ron Beach, I don't know if you remember Ron Beach, getting recruited by Alaska Anchorage. His coach, by rule, NCAA rule, he could not give us the tickets, me and my older brother. So we were able to purchase them for $20 a piece, sitting right in the middle of the Houston and North Carolina State fans. It was wild. It was an amazing game.
So you're right
Never
there with
forget
it
it.
off. That's so good. Yep. All right, Ken. No, it's great stuff. I guess, yeah, I can't give you the tickets, but $20. And $20 back then was what, like what? Probably like $100 now, $80 now. I mean, how much would that be? Yeah. All right, Ken. Thank you.
Yep.
See you.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
No, appreciate the story. I love these. I absolutely love them.
You got to use your connections, man.
Yeah, I mean, but not everybody went.
No.
Not everybody went to the game. There was a young 7-year-old Danny. He didn't get to go to the game. It was in his hometown. Danny was a sports fan, still is a sports fan, loves everything Lobos. One of the best sports fans our town has ever seen, passionate. Danny would grow up to be a leader in this community. Danny's, in fact, the football coach at the University of New Mexico the University of New Mexico. Where's my mind? Danny Gonzalez is the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. And Danny, you didn't go to that game in your hometown? Hi, by the way, how are you?
Great. Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm listening to you guys. These stories are great. I mean, the fact that the Final Four was here and won't be here again, I mean, we can celebrate that even more, what an iconic Final Four it was. And I mean, I was only 7 years old, little sports nut. And the drawing that you guys were talking about, my pop, he worked at Firestone. He owned a couple Firestone here in Albuquerque. Him and 4 of his buddies, one from Denver, another one from here, and I think the other one's from Minnesota. They all own Firestone stores, and they entered the raffle together, the 4 of them. And they all had an agreement, if one of them won, the 4 of them would go. And so the gentleman up in Denver won, and my dad came home one day. He's like, we're excited. He's like, we're going to the Final Four. We're going to the Final Four. We want these tickets. I thought that we meant me
I thought
included.
That part we.
So I'm jumping around. I'm excited. I mean, it's awesome. And my dad couldn't come up with the way to tell me that I wasn't going, so he didn't. So it was pretty funny. Where the Saturday of the Final Four, I'm outside in the backyard playing, having a good old time. I mean, so excited. I woke up all day. I'm going to the Final Four. Well, my dad didn't have the heart to tell me, so he told my mom, "Hey, I'm out. Tell him when he comes inside that I didn't have a ticket for him." So I come inside ready to go, and I'm like, "Mom, where's Dad? What are we doing?" She goes, "Sorry, babe. Dad didn't have a ticket for you. He's going to the game." I was so pissed off watching the game on TV with my mom, and my dad's in the crowd, and I wait till he gets home, and I'm just sitting in the kitchen. He walks in. I go, "You lied to me. You broke me." He goes, "I didn't lie to you. I said I was going. I said we were going, me and my buddies." He goes, "I didn't have a ticket for you, man. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you." And I wasn't going to tell you before because you'd probably not let me leave. You might have beaten me up taking my ticket. So I got hosed by my pop, of all people.
And you were 7?
My best friend in the whole world. I couldn't go to the game.
You were 7 years old.
7.
Scarred
7.
for life.
Tough.
That's so hard, man. And so when you hit it with the Lobos, and you're going and you're the Group of 5 representative for the New Year's 6 game and the Fiesta Bowl, you tell them, "Yeah, we're going. We got tickets," and not have a ticket for them.
That's a great plan. I mean, so Saturday at 4:07, I'm going to call my pop and ask him, "Are we going to the game today?" Because I've done it every year for the Final Four since I can remember.
And you know what? And do it every year that you can, because the year you can't, you're going to miss doing it. Do it every single year, Danny.
Oh, there's no doubt. No doubt. I mean, my dad has been as unbelievable to me, and he's as big a Lobo fan as there is anybody. So I'm the one who comes up with that joke. I mean, I'd tell Richard all the time, Patino, "Hey, man, the community of Albuquerque thinks the Lobos won the Final Four in '83 because the Wolfpack won it. They just assume that was us.
Yeah,
so there's no expectation."
Same colors.
So my pop has been unbelievable my whole life and been such a great support, but I will never let him live it down that he hosed me out of going to the Final Four the one time it was in our city.
Who did he take, man, that was so much more important than taking his kid?
So it was the 4 buddies that they all entered the lottery together. I mean, there was only 18,000 tickets, so it was a great lottery, and they won, the guy up in Denver, so they all came down and hung out and had a great time for the 2. I mean, Monday, I didn't even talk to him. All day Monday, I didn't talk to my pop. I mean, I was so mad that he was going to the championship game and I wasn't. So
did you at least get you a
great.
T-shirt? Did you get your damn T-shirt, something?
Oh, he did. Oh, I have all kinds and I still have it. We still have the ticket from when he went, but I wasn't there. I had to watch it on TV like the rest of the freaking world.
Yeah, it's so good. All right, we're going to catch up with you soon, maybe get you in next week. It's so good to hear you. Enjoy the weekend, Danny.
Thanks, guys. We're going to continue to paint this town cherry. Good things ahead.
No doubt. I have no doubt about it. Be well. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Everyone just keeps calling in with stories. I
kind of
love
stuff
it.
you don't
It's
forget,
fun.
though, man.
It's fun.
You should
I
call.
can just see Danny Gonzalez, 7-year-old, sitting there, lights off in the kitchen. Dad walks in, he's just arms crossed, like, so, where you been?
It's like role reversal.
Yeah.
You're just now getting home. Where you been? Hey, Bruce, what's up?
Hey, you have to follow Coach. That's awesome. We have the best football coach in the country.
Got a good one. Yep.
But real quick, so 83, I'm a really young dad with a couple of kids. You know, this is how you are when you're 20 years old, struggling to make ends meet. And I get a call on Sunday afternoon from a friend of mine who's always been quite a hustler. And he says, hey, I got a ticket for the game tomorrow night. You want to go? I'm like, well, yeah. Where'd you get a ticket from? The Sheridan, Uptown. That's where Louisville was staying. So I went out there and hung out after they got beat. And their fans are so mad, a bunch of them were going home, and I got tickets. They just gave them to me.
They gave them to you.
I said, that's awesome.
Free as
So I
cheap.
could sit in the mezzanine. It was wonderful.
That's so good. Bruce.
On the way,
Yeah, go ahead.
On the way in, this guy offers me $200. And $200 then was like probably $500 now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's like a house payment almost. And I'm like, when am I going to get a chance to go to the national championship game again? Nah,
Never.
that's good. Best decision I ever made.
So good. Bruce, appreciate you. Thanks, man.
All right, later, guys.
Later. All right, I got one line open for look. You're
Dude,
lit.
that's why we need to figure it out.
Yeah.
To get, I know we're never getting the Final Four, but if we get a regional back here, oh, it'd be so good.
Please. Rudy, I want your ticket story, too.
So I get my tickets from Bobby Matusi, who used to own a pair of shoes, and I was poor. I was doing dog abuse and neglect cases for the city of Albuquerque for $10 an hour with a law degree because the economy was so lousy. That was the only job I could get. So I went to Bobby, and he goes, I can't get you anything for the first two games, but I probably can get you tickets for the finals depending on who loses. So I went and saw him, and he gave me 2 tickets, and they were in row 42, 2 rows from the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know if people realize
right
it
by
goes
the
down.
North Carolina State band.
Yeah, row 1's at the
Right by
top,
the band.
42's at the bottom, yeah.
Yep. And so we're getting ready to go in, and there's this Houston Cougar fan, and he goes, I'm in row 1. And I said,
see ya.
I don't mean to burst your bubble, but how much did you pay for those? He's like $1,000 a shot. And I'm in row 1, and I said, you're at the very top. He's like, what? I said, yeah, it starts at 1 and goes down to 44. So we go in. We're sitting next to the North Carolina State band. When they win on that miracle, the trombone player, one of them, falls down and bends his brand new trombone. So it has a 90-degree angle. He can't play it. He's about to cry until he realizes we just won the national championship.
Who cares?
And he's down on the floor with his bent trombone, screaming and yelling. It was
good.
The craziest. I've never seen a game where the whole crowd, and ask anybody who calls in, the whole
Lines are
crowd
full.
stood the whole second half.
Hey, Rudy, you've been to a lot of games over the years. That's almost 40 years ago. Where's that rank on the list of games you've been to? Single events.
I think that's really, it's hard to find anyone better because everybody that calls in, they all remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, let me get a few more in because I got every line full. Everybody's got ticket stories. Thanks, man.
That's going on the board, by the way.
What's that?
Bench trombone.
Bench trombone is good. All right, let me get in one more before the break. Dan, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Good, Dan. How you doing?
Good, man. Hey, ticket story. Back when I was at UNM, I used to hang around with Phil Abney and Willie Howard and, the Coop, Michael Cooper and Mark Felix and all them cats, right? And so the beauty then is if you had a UNM ID, you could get like 4 or 6 tickets, with a student ID. So we'd all get our student IDs together, and that's how we get all the homies from up north to come down to the game, you know what I mean? And the big thing was after the games, we'd all go to the after party, and they'd all rub elbows with Coop and Phil. And, of course, Mark and I ended up being lifelong friends. But so those tickets were like $10 or something crazy like that. We used to pack the student section. It was just so much fun, man.
So
it was
good.
just the real deal. I wish it was like that now.
Me too,
But Jeff,
dude.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Every time you use that Seahawks debacle reference.
It takes a year off your life.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's the
cuts like a knife.
well, it's the most brutal one.
I'm gonna pull Will Smith on you and say, you keep my team's name out of your bleeping mouth.
Enjoy the weekend, Daniel.
Later, bro.
See ya. All right, when we get back, a former Lobo was at that game. We're going to hear his, and he's a Lobo great, by the way, and a good friend. We're going to hear his story of the North Carolina championship game. Man, you guys have stories. I love hearing them. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentor.
And we've had some good favorites of late with the NCAA tournament wrapping up on Monday in New Orleans, and tickets for the 3 sessions upwards of $20,000 to $30,000 for Coach Krzyzewski's last game or games. Love hearing your stories about the 1983 Final Four that was in Albuquerque, and one of the guys that was there, a former Lobo great from Clovis, New Mexico, who's a good friend of ours. He happens to be the president and the CEO of ProView Network. Steve Davis joins the show, and I know you were at that game. How'd you get, by the way, good morning to you. How'd you get into that?
Hey, good morning. Well, a mutual friend of both of us, Dick Hunsaker. He was assistant coach at Weber State, and I was very fortunate to be able to get to sit with all the coaches in the stands. So I was in hog heaven. You talk about people sitting, next to me and around me, and it was just like it was hard for me to concentrate on the game because I was just looking at all the coaches around me.
So your price was free on that one. It sounds like.
Yeah, that was just because of good friends and good relationships through basketball.
You're free is cheap. I love asking everybody this question, and I know I've been to games with you. I've been to games all over America with you. You've been to a lot of events. You've been to the Rose Bowl, and you've been to all kinds. Where does that one rank as far as your list of events that you've been to live in your lifetime?
Well, that's an easy question for me. It's, I'm a New Mexico guy, and to see what Jim Valbano, he was just the town embraced him, and he was for any coach to win the national championship, it couldn't have been any better person than Jim Valbano. But just the excitement and the energy, and then also the silence when that shot went in. It was just like everybody was in shock that they won the game.
Yeah, that's insane. What do the coaches think? I mean, you're with all these coaches, right? So you're somewhat in a neutral zone. Did the sway, like the neutral crowd, start to go to the underdogs? Did everybody start getting on North Carolina State?
Oh, exactly. No, you could just see it when the momentum changed. You could just see the fans change, and all of a sudden, Houston wasn't. And then, like I said, Jim Valbano, just the way he embraced the whole city the whole week. He went out to establishments everywhere and just embraced the people of New Mexico. And then he goes ahead out and wins it, and then I'll never forget him running around the gym. I mean, that's, to me, that'll stay in my mind forever.
That's so good. Hey, I appreciate it. I want to get a few more on, but I wanted to hear your story, my friend, and I always love hearing your stories, man. But that's great stuff, Steve. Thank you. Continue, and thanks for keeping us on ProView Networks, by the way.
Hey, you guys keep doing what you're doing. Doing a great job. Thanks.
See you. Adrian just sent me a picture of a ticket stub, by the way, JJ, from the. Why can't I? What is with my bank? Look, NCAA basketball finals, University of New Mexico, $20. He just sent me a picture of it. He's got it up on the ProView Networks right now if you're watching the video stream. It was row 1. No, section 1, row 3, seat 2. Chairbacks. That's awesome. Terry, good morning. How you living?
Good Friday to you all, and hugs and thoughts to Baloo, Austin, and Addie. I was in town only for the Saturday semifinals, and one of my friends called me, and he said, I got a ticket. It's $110. And I said, well, can you get another one? He said, sure. So me and the young lady, we sat in the North Carolina State section, which was really cool because for the Houston-Louisville game, probably the most awesome game I've seen in college basketball, even with KU playing, it was just you would see that group raise as they were going down for a dunk because, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 dunks during that game, and seeing each of the sections go electric, and, it was just amazing that way for that to happen. The first game was kind of a dull. The NC State-Georgia game was kind of, but yeah, that was an amazing game. It ranks top 5 for me because there's still a couple KU events I put ahead of it. But I definitely wanted to be there. I'm glad I got to see it. Yeah, I had to leave town before the finals, but I wish they could have events like that, even if they could build a 25,000, 30,000 where you could seats, because I've turned down going to KU Final Fours because I don't want to sit 2 miles away from the game. And so from that end. But I'll get off. You guys have a great weekend.
Thanks,
Get the other
Terry.
callers in.
This is
Bye-bye.
so good. All right, so David sent me this note. It says 1983 Final Four. I was a 7th grader. My brother was in 5th grade. My dad contacted Louisville fans who were staying up at Santa Fe on Sunday after they'd lost. He offered to buy their Monday tickets, but they generously gave him their 2. My dad bought a scalp ticket to sit up higher in section 20 by himself, but my brother and I sat behind the north basket in about row 30, saw Lorenzo Charles dunk, Wittenberg's errant shot to win it all. Experience of a lifetime. Baller move by my dad to set my brother and I up like that, from David. So I'm just telling you, like, I'm getting chills. Genuinely getting chills. And I know that sounds cheesy and schmaltzy and whatever.
You know, he's sitting there going, oh, really? Baller moved by your dad. Must be nice.
Right? I'm listening to the impact almost 40 years later that one event had on all these grown men. Especially Danny, who didn't get to go. Young 7-year-old Danny, who was sitting at the kitchen table. Hey, okay, let's go. Can you imagine him sitting there with his arms folded when his dad got home? Where have you been? Sorry, kid, you're out. Dennis, love to hear your story. What's up?
Hey guys, when I was 12 years old in the late 70s, my dad was a professor at Iona College, and Jim Valvano was the head coach. And I was kind of Jeff Ruland was on the team then, this massive dude.
Yeah.
And I was hanging around the gym, kind of sneaking, looking in windows and stuff while waiting for my dad. And Valvano came out and basically made me become his ball boy. So after school, I was going and being his ball boy for about a month or so. It lasted, and that put so flash forward to 1983, and all of a sudden the game's going on. I had no idea what New Mexico was, and all of a sudden I watched with interest because of Valvano coaching, saw the game, and was so excited. I can honestly say that when I moved here in 1990, that in some way that had a piece of it, and the reason why I've been a denizen of the pit since.
That's so cool. Yeah, sports plays a big impact. That's a great story, Dennis. Thank you. All right, we've done line 1 will not freaking clear. We've done a lot of cool segments over the last few weeks. This last hour was awesome. And it had nothing to do with what you, me, or you did.
Nope.
Your stories are so genuine and cool. This is why I love what we do. Your stories are so insanely impactful and cool. You're right. We're never going to get that again. You're right. You're right. If you want to go see it, scrounge up $500 to sit all the way at the top of the King Dome, or $30,000 to sit mid-court, because that's the way it is. Now, it's not going to be that way every year. Okay, this is a special year with the Krzyzewski thing. In a normal year, you can get in probably for $5,000 to sit mid-court for the 3 games. This year, it's going to cost you $30,000. Okay, but some of those stories are so good, and Adolf and Danny and Dennis and all you guys will never forget that stuff. Never forget it. Mike Danoff used to tell me stories about Final Four and how he hosted a team and some of these guys and some of the relationships that he had. Like the impact that game made on this town. I wonder if there's anywhere else outside of maybe Lake Placid, New York, where one sporting event made that big of an impact on a community. On the community itself. Right? New Orleans hosts 1 million of these. They get them all the time. Miami, Pasadena, maybe we could have this conversation another day because we're almost out of time. But can you think of something outside of Lake Placid, New York? And a sporting event that had nothing to do with a local team or person that had such an impact on a community?
It's right there, like top 2, top 3, easy.
It's got to be,
there
right?
There wouldn't be anything that would push it off.
I mean, maybe there's a World Cup that you will associate with a certain place, or, I mean, you remember Super Bowls, but I can't tell you where any Super Bowl was. And maybe other people can't tell you where that game happened, but every time they replay it, and next year's 40 years, on that April night in 1983 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's right. You guys remember it. Thank you for sharing the stories. Great radio today, and really appreciate it. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowards after that. two men on come your way at 4. Ryan Tamari's on tomorrow morning, and we got Final Four stuff in the afternoon. Thank you to Jody Adams-Birch. She's the new basketball coach at New Mexico State. Steve Davis joined us. Danny Gonzalez. Adrian, great work this week. Marie, go kill it today.
Thank
Break a leg.
you.
Big weekend for you?
Huge weekend.
It is, huh? It is.
Absolutely.
That was fun today, huh?
That was great.
All right, feel better with those allergies. Enjoy the weekend. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Have a great, safe weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.